Yeah, but he's more going for your looks. I'm more working on your personality.
Right, sure.
But together...
So it's my fault now that the show's going
No, but it's like, you know, we're sort of like your mentors. You've got to be harsh. It's like you're like Eliza Doolittle. And we've got lots of little stylists in, like they do with, like, you know, makeovers and that, all that, faking it. They get in, like me and Carl. Carl's working on your looks. I'm doing your personality. We're going to get, like, stylists in and, you know, coaches. And then you have to do a date. And the woman has to, and there's 3 other blokes, and she has to work out what the freak amongst them is. And you've got to go, no one voted for you as the freak.
Yeah, Rick, I've known you for 3 years. I don't think you're count for that job. I tower above everyone.
You do, don't you?
I'm for people who don't know, who are listening, I'm 6'7" tall. That's high.
Yeah.
That's
and for people who've never seen him, he doesn't hold it well. It's not like he's a sort of handsome athlete, is it, Carl? He's a bit of a what would you call him?
Carl, don't answer.
No.
Don't get drawn into that. You know the game he's playing.
No. Do you know yesterday when you were in the office?
Yeah.
You did a little move, and it reminded me of Blakey.
I hate you, Gervais. I hate you, Pilkington.
That's his stance.
Yeah, but even he held it a little bit better, didn't he? Because he was a man, you know, he had a big coat and everything, and a peak cap. But, yeah.
I can't believe you. Like, I've not suffered enough from being freakishly tall. Now, two of my best buddies, live on radio, are just...
It's not just height, though, is it? It's the posture and the face and everything.
But it's got you places, hasn't it?
No? What do you mean it's got me places?
I think people give you a bit more of a chance in your career and stuff, 'cause it's like...
What, yeah, stacking shelves? Because I can reach to a high level.
Muse, Plug-in Baby on XFM 104.9.
Rick,
Gervais, go on.
Well, yeah, but I know you guys are laughing about the height thing, and for those that have only just tuned in, I am 6'7" tall, which is tall, and that's big. And I pride myself on it in a way. You know, I've worked hard, I've not smoked, I ate well. You know, it's an accomplishment. But obviously, I didn't have much involvement in it. I just and it's a curse because mainly the problem is that you can't get stuff, you can't get clothes, you can't get shoes. You know?
Yeah, so it's size 14 feet.
Yeah, but it is genuine, and I don't know. I mean, it costs a lot to buy a pair of size 14 shoes, and so I don't. I mean, if you were genuinely poor, I don't know how you'd afford to be tall, because the clothing costs more, everything costs more.
I've seen this in comics that you'd actually go to school in a barrel,
wearing a barrel
with just braces. It'd just be a barrel, and you'd have sort of flip flops, and you'd take a mule with you. They all had a mule, didn't they?
But people always think that you'll be in a pub or something, and people just think they can talk to you about it. They just think, hey, you lanky, it's just like, because it's like they.
But that really annoys you, doesn't it?
Well, it annoys me because it's like they think I should be proud of it. Like,
well, exactly, but they don't think that this is not a disadvantage. This is not a disability, is it? You're taller than most people. It might get
disability.
No. If you were 8'3", it'd be slightly debilitating. You would, but
disabilitating.
What?
Disabilitating? Yeah. No, you're a medical man, aren't you? But no, the point is, it's a disabilitating because when you go on public transport, like if you're on a coach. The only place I can sit on a coach is that seat
on the driver's lap.
Either on the driver's lap or that seat at the very end. Yeah. You know which sits into the the Yeah. That's the only place I can.
Why don't you stand up?
Some sort of stand at the back, waving at drivers.
You could drive it from the back.
Here he comes. Watch it.
Were you a tall baby? Oh,
Mrs. Merchant, you've given birth to a basketball player. Look at his dribble already. Were you a tall baby? Babies aren't tall.
No, at what point did you suddenly, like, Jesus, nothing fits me?
Well, it didn't happen overnight, Carl.
Let's do a little graph. How tall were you at 5?
Oh, I don't know. 3 foot.
3 foot. How tall were you at 12?
6 foot.
6? Were you really?
I don't know, do I? How do I remember? I don't remember this.
Well, when did teachers start calling you freak boy and lanky?
They didn't. It wasn't so much. It was no.
You went to a funny school. I went bowling with him once, so I'd never been bowling before, and he'd been once before, and he went, let's go to this bowl. We went to a bowling alley, right? And, you have to wear these special shoes. Now, they're sort of like pointed things anyway, and they're, multicoloured, sort of red and green. They look pretty weird. And the woman said to me, oh, what size? I said, oh, 8. She went, yeah. So what size are you? He went, 14. She went, 14. He went, you probably haven't got them. She goes, yeah, I think we have got one pair. And she put them on the table, and it was like Krusty the Clown. And I just started laughing. They looked so long, and he had to run round this bowling alley in these freaky clown shoes.
But they don't look freaky clown like when I'm wearing them, because the rest of me is in proportion to it.
It looks like a little wall bracket.
One of the worst things that happened to me was when I was like, I don't know, when I was about 16 or something, we went to, listen, let me just tell you briefly, this is another example of how people can just exploit you and make fun of you when you're tall.
Yeah.
I was quite tall. I've always been like about 6'7" for quite a while now. And when I was about 16, I went to a big New Year's celebration in Bristol, where I come from, and everyone kind of congregates in this big sort of part of town, and there's all people dancing around, like in Trafalgar Square. And I was there, and somehow I just picked up a balloon somewhere along the line, one of those kind of helium sort of balloons, and I was holding that, sort of dancing around. And these two girls came up to me, and I was thinking, yeah, okay, you know, it's New Year's Eve, brilliant, you know, that's my kind of party.
Yeah.
And they came up, they went, hey.
Once a year.
And they said, you going to be here for long? And I went, well, maybe. And they said, it's just that we've arranged to meet back at you in about an hour. I went, what do you mean? I went, well, it's just because we can see you wherever you are. Don't worry, you can move around and stuff. We'll see you with the balloon. Just arrange to meet some friends.
I love that. A landmark.
So, like,
pilots use that. Oh, we're just coming in. There's, when we see Steve Merchant, we'll be descending to Bristol Temple Mead.
What's really funny is New Year's Eve, Trafalgar Square, you got a huge column, but they use Steve as like the meeting point.
Steve's got a huge column.
Brilliant, Rick. Well done. Award-winning comedy from Ricky Gervais. When I was in America, everyone told me like it would be really easy to get big clothes and big shoes and that because they're all huge and all freaks over there.
All right, steady on.
And I was wandering around New York, and I was going in a few shops, kind of saying, we've got size 14, US 15 shoes, and they were going, no, one shop.
Is that the difference?
Yeah.
One.
And they literally were laughing at me. There was a couple of shops where they literally laugh and get like someone else in and come and look at the tall, freaky Englishman.
Really?
And then one guy said, I remember we had someone come in here once, and he said he'd been to a shop which sold kind of stuff for really tall people, and he said, I think I can remember the address, and he sort of looked through the sort of telephone directory, and he made a note of it. And I went on the subway, and I went through all
Lilliput.
And I went, it took me ages to get there, and really hard to find it. I finally went in there. I've never seen it. It was heaving, right, with freaks. It was amazing. It was like, they were just kind of gargoyles. It was like something from Lord of the Rings. They were just kind of these tall people and kind of gnarled.
Did they turn around and start bowing to you?
It was incredible. Yeah. And I went in and I just said, hi, I'm looking for a kind of sort of guy went, yeah, sure. And he sort of hobbled off into the darkness and came back with exactly the kind of pair of shoes I wanted. I couldn't believe my luck.
It might be a magic shop.
But it was like that shop in, Mr. Ben.
It might have been a dream though, you see. Mind you, I went to Texas once, and I had some ribs, and it was like the Flintstones. It was huge. And not only did it look too much like an animal that I couldn't actually eat it, I don't know who could eat it. I mean, seriously, it was 2 foot long.
Yeah.
And all the it was like half a rib cage. And
It's incredible. My friends lived in Texas for a while, and they once were in a kind of diner, and there was, those kind of benches that are attached to the table itself, like a kind of picnic bench.
Yeah.
And, this huge fat guy came in, he came wobbling, he ordered like this kind of everything you can eat meal, and his fat kind of sort of, kind of.
It's big fatty fat, and it's fatted on the fat table,
It wrapped itself around the table and everything. He was chowing down, and when he tried to leave, the table came up with him.
Oh no.
Imagine that!
I mean, they are fat, aren't they?
They're big people.
They're huge people. But it was that thing we talked about before, that bloke on Jerry Springer Show was like 80 stone, right? Now, I felt quite sorry for him. He was really sad and he was crying. It is rad, but my point is this, right? When he got to say 50 stones, didn't he go, that's too much.
That's not enough.
For a land animal.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's big, isn't it? I mean, I'm getting worried. I'm 13 stone and I am genuinely getting worried. I'm thinking, oh,
yeah,
God.
when you've got that big, when you've actually got your own mare.
yeah. When you have to get in helpers to look what the scale says.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 people lift up your belly and go, it's 52 stone. You go, that's too much.
Exactly.
I'm going to only have 9 breakfasts
When you begin to appear on the Ordnance Survey map.
yeah, exactly, yeah. When
You've got your own symbol.
It's like, we can see 2 things from space now, Fatty and Steve Merchant. We'll be landing
All right,
at about,
well
no, I'm just saying, at all, you're not fat, are you? You're freakish and big. Yeah, Ricky Gervais, yeah. Okay, Steve Merchant. Great to be here. Hi. Now, you're a very tall man, if I might say. You're 6'7", aren't you?
Yes.
Was that a bit of a problem at school?
Well, yeah, a few jokes here and there.
Yeah,
a bit of gentle ribbing, but nothing too problematic.
What's the weather like up there?
Well, exactly.
Skinny, all that sort of. Oh, you're lanky.
Yeah,
oh dear. And what about the glasses?
Well, I wear glasses, but again, that wasn't really a problem,
They didn't call you 4 eyes, really. They didn't call you 4 eyes, freaky lank thing. They didn't call you freak pot, freaky the freakish.
All right, I'm
gimp,
not sure I'm
4-eyed
this,
git.
Rick. Stop,
What?
I'm not
Well, I'm
sure
just saying they didn't do that.
That's an interview. I'm not sure that's the best approach.
Okay. And then you left school. You left school.
Yeah.
You went to university. There were you called freaky, freak-eyed,
I've never been
4-eyed
called
git.
freaky, 4-eyed git.
Are you sure?
Never been called it.
Were you called freaky, lanky, 4-eyed, stupid hair, boggle-eyed freak face? Fish face?
Is your chat show coming back?
Well, No, but Roger Daltrey might not want it getting round that he gave birth to Specky.
Yeah, right, actually.
I see what you mean.
Spotty.
Spotty, so I looked at you.
Yeah. Alright, calm down.
Well, I do, you've got a nice clear skin. At least I didn't call you spotty, goggle-eyed freak boy. You got a nice skin, not a nice complexion, smooth-faced, goggle-eyed freak boy fish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's be nice.
Carl, what? Don't you like us arguing? Is it like mum and dad arguing? Do you get all...
It's a bit like that.
In the caravan. There was nowhere to escape to.
As you know, me and Steve aren't worried about being part of a trend or you know, being trendy or jumping on about it. Steve particularly doesn't worry about, like, looking good or,
Well,
you know... No, I'm saying, as a compliment, he doesn't worry about walking along like that or, you know...
Well, I'm looking good.
No. But I'm saying you don't mind the insults freak boy or goggle eye or...
Swore off a duck's back, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Or a new phrase that's been coined because of Steve's face, water off a frog's back.
Who's saying that?
Just a lot of you, a lot of friends and that. But I mean...
My friends?
Yeah, a lot of the people.
Can you name names or?
I can't really.
Make promises, you can't.
I can't
really
really.
mess anyone up.
I think it's the Kaggle.
Looks good.
It does look
It's
good.
waterproof, Rick, and it's also stylish. I wear nothing underneath. So it's tight to the skin. It gets sticky in bad weather.
Is that why you sort of
It's
rustle?
sexy. But what's all the, is there abuse? What's this?
No, they just say... Well, I'm gonna, again, we were talking earlier about, you know, you not caring about being like a geek or a freak or not trendy. No, I'm just saying.
I am trendy, I am.
And I know, yeah. Anyway, Steve, over to you.
I just was wondering, because I've had an exciting week, relatively speaking, Rick, because instead of just spending it all with you, sat in a little room, as is our way, I've been doing some acting this week, as you know.
I know.
And I don't normally act, but I, basically there's some people at the BBC who are making a comedy pilot, kind of comedy TV show. And, you know, and I auditioned for it, and the role was to play a sort of freaky looking, sort of lanky geek, you know, and I don't want to say...
How did you beat off?
I don't want to sound arrogant, Rick, but they gave me the job on the spot. You know, so it was like, you know, obviously I'm, you know, because I'm not a bad actor, I'm not as good as Rick, but I'm, you know,
What is it?
I play a really tall guy, like a sort of...
That's the part though, isn't it? About, you've got a beard.
I'm a character who's 6'7" tall, and I'm trying to win the world's tallest man.
That's it, yeah.
But there's always a man that beats me every year because he's slightly taller. But this year, I think for some reason, because I've been training, I can beat him.
That's the conceit.
And Sally Phillips, I don't know if you know Sally Phillips, she's a very good comedy writer and actress, and she's written it. So it was good fun, and so we went down there, and it was good and everything. It was, you know, a little trailer and everything. It was like the proper deal. It was really good. And the problem was yesterday, I had to dance. One of the sequences had me dancing. Now, as you know, I think I'm a pretty groovy dancer. I'm a bit of a mover.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you this, Rick.
Do you have anyone's eye out with your elbow?
I have come to some serious realizations about my dancing.
Really?
I was moving around like a Shire horse dancing.
What was that illness years ago? Right, there was a couple of lads at our school.
Oh, yeah.
Had really big heads.
Right.
And webbed fingers.
And webbed fingers?
And
Sorry, wait. Was that... Hold on, did you find him in a pond? Did they used to be little tadpoles?
no,
Carl, you're not confusing your past with an old episode of Doctor Who, are you?
What were they called, these two?
I didn't mix with them. It was just like...
Of course not.
There was nobody thought anything of it at school.
No,
like,
sure.
Used to it.
Yeah, it's the North.
There goes the creature from the Black Lagoon again.
yeah.
He's brilliant at trigonometry.
He's late for double maths.
Yeah.
But, I didn't think anything of
What
it.
is it called? What is the disease called where two fellas... Are they...
Not even related.
Rubbish.
Not related.
Were you near a nuclear power station when you were growing up?
Yeah.
You weren't really?
Yeah.
Oh, this explains so much.
This has got a bit
I don't
heavy.
think that's it.
Hey, talking of enormous heads, you were at the Pop Idol final, weren't you, Rick? You went down there just because obviously Rick's a huge fan of Pop Idol. He wanted to be there. He wanted to give his support.
Quite seriously, there was no irony there. We were
He genuinely is a fan of it. And he was. You sort of had photos taken with various people.
Yeah, of course.
Because you were a bit drunk and you wanted to have a memento of it. And it's obviously a picture of you with Fat Man Rick Waller.
Yeah.
But the best one is a picture of Ricky and his girlfriend with Dr. Fox, whose head
is twice the size of
any other head. It's quite remarkable. I don't know how they make it.
He's a lovely bloke, and he was really nice to meet him and everything. But he looks like an immaculate tan. And he's always happy, and he's it looks
really on the
good.
picture. It looks like someone you might see in a carnival who's built a huge papier-mâché head, and he just we're like Frank Sidebottom, just sort of walking down the road. It's just incredible.
Dr. Fox didn't used to go to your school, did he? He used to hang around with a mate. They were great swimmers. They were brilliant swimmers. Oh God.
There was three of them who all hung together, and they seemed to hang around like the older kids, the ones who looked like men. Do you know what I mean?
What did you look like then?
Well, it's just that I had youthful sort of looks, whereas like the older ones had like beards and stuff.
It's the gang of boys in the fifth form with beards. Were they smoking pipes? Come over here, me filly. Oh, you Debbie Carr, come over here, you little beauty.
No, but she was like,
I love that. They were hanging around with beards. There's the big boys. Oh, fishing. That's lovely beards. What do you
I
mean?
just see a whole row of George Bernard Shaws. Brilliant.
How do you do in history, boy? Think got any? You're an idiot.
they were like, I'd be there sort of punching people in the arm. Because we used to play that at
that's a
school.
great game.
Oh, I love that. Punch people in the arm.
Is that part of the Olympics now?
it's I think it was exhibition this year.
Right.
But it's
going to be a pro next
it's going to be the Winter Olympics because you got to do it in just a cap sleeve shirt
Sure.
in winter.
Yeah. So you're playing that?
She, but whilst I
But
was
she didn't
doing
appreciate that. She used to go, ow!
I always think whilst I was doing that, they were like the Charlie's Angels and they'd be sorting out a mission somewhere. Because they were really like, there was something about them that you thought, they're special.
They were private detectives.
What do they work for a man they never see?
Okay, here's a name I'm interested in because, let me just tell you the name first. Adam Clifton. Oh. Go on, what are your thoughts on Clifton?
He was one of them kids, he was alright, but he had that thing when, if you didn't have enough milk, he had like, wrinkly hands and like white bits in his nails.
Oh!
Because you didn't have enough milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, you didn't like him because you didn't get enough milk.
This is not to be confused with the two people with the big heads and the web feet, is it?
Webbed hands.
Well, this was
I know
interesting.
that they weren't related. They must have been somewhere along the evolutionary sort of trail. Do you know what I mean? They must have come from the same sort of stock.
But
you wouldn't have liked him. It's just one of them people. He was alright, but...
before you say any more, on Friends United, you can leave a little message which explains what you've been doing and what your life's like now. And most people leave maybe 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Adam, I've printed it off. He seems to have printed. I think there's about 6 pages here of stuff. He keeps updating it, and he just basically lists his memories about everyone. Okay, at the school and what he thinks of everyone. And he says, I often see Simon. He's doing all right for himself. Self-employed illustrator. Mark Cooper. Karl Pilkington.
Right.
And your name comes up. Now, I don't know if you've told us this story. I think you may have done, but I can't remember the facts about it. It just says Karl Pilkington with his pet bird. Was it a magpie? I can't remember. He brought it to school to show everyone and it flew away.
Oh, God. Oh, no, they do that, don't they? You show them
What was the story then,
You
Carl?
give them seed and they just leave. What do you mean?
Well,
This sounds like Kez.
Well, that's it. I was a big fan of Kez. And it was the time our dog had just died.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any pets and the cats were always getting run over.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want any more pets.
Yeah.
But there was a magpie that used to fly about on the estate and I managed to sort of tame it. And in the end...
With a chair and a whip? What do you mean you tamed it?
Well, just used to sort of hang around it and talk.
But how did you
to
get hold of it? Did you catch it?
Well, eventually, yeah, it used to just come to me, and the annoying thing was, it got to a point when I wish I hadn't bothered, because it used to pop me bike tyres. It used to sit on like, if I was talking to my mates and I was on my grifter.
I love the way he just throws things in.
It's like an Alan Bennett play.
It landed on my tyre, and it used to peck at the tyre and pop it, and then it used to then never go away, so it was always like around the house, and my dad said never bring it in. So he used to sit on the porch, and I used to go out, and it used to fly down and land on my head. Oh. And it really hurt. It used to like peck and stuff.
He thought it was a tyre.
So it wasn't so much tamed as a stalker.
Oh, God.
So you took it to school and it flew away?
Yeah.
So did you take it in proudly going, look at my magpie? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think it got a bit confused in the area that it was in, because I used to just keep it sort of around our estate, but
Sure.
the school was a bit of a distance away.
How did you get it there?
Tying it on my finger.
Did you walk?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was happy there, then it got to...
But it used to be one of those things that people would stop me in the street and sort of go, oh, what's that?
And I don't suppose
Maggie, called it Maggie.
you didn't get Charlie's Angels to go and find out what happened to it? Investigate?
Were they impressed?
No, not really.
No. Carl, this is quite a little insecure sort of chap. And he was just worried about that last bit. He was going, who would ever find that interesting? He was worried about people finding him boring. And Steve said, as I said, it's like an Alan Bennett thing. He went, yeah, but, no one would care about Alan Bennett if he wasn't such a hit maker. They wouldn't care what to say. And we just looked at him for a while and he went, thinking of Tony Bennett. Bless him.
Listen, it's almost the end of the show, Carl.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really been a Carl special.
This is a Carl special. Yeah.
Well, next week, we'll lay off next week.
We have to
We're
know.
not going to...
He wants to retire a little bit. Just
A few more names that you may recall from Friends Reunited.
Go on.
Lisa Shufflebotham. Do you remember her?
Yeah, she...
Was she one of Charlie's Angels?
No, she wasn't that nice, but she wanted me. her and her mate Rachel, I remember, I don't know why, but it was some sort of PE lesson where it had to be a bloke and 2 girls, and they were fighting over me.
Could you hear what they were saying?
They were just like, I want him, and I was loving it. Stuck in the middle, and they were fighting over me. And then the next week, I thought I'll sit near them.
What sort of game do they play at this school?
I don't know.
That's an incredible game.
But I think
Punch me on the arm. No, punch me on the arm, Carl.
They just went through it. Because the following week, I thought, right, I'll sit near them again, because I quite enjoyed the way they fighted over me. But then they picked somebody else, and I don't know who I was with that week.
So you didn't get any action with Shufflebotham or a friend?
No. And as she got older, she went a bit off. She's not that good. She's probably nice now. It's just, I mean, I'll say about myself, when you get to sort of the end of secondary school, you do sort of go a bit odd looking.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? When your sort of head grows funny.
I would just love to go back to his school of that era. I mean, just what happened to people, whether, all people sprouting limbs.
No, do you know what I mean? When you're like 12 and that, you quite, no, not 12. When you're 10, when you're 7 to 10, you sort of look healthy. And you look at your pictures when you go, yeah, I was a good looking lad. But then when you get to late secondary school, something happens.
Yeah.
And you just look a bit odd.
Okay, well, what about Alison Thorpe?
Not sure about her. I sort of know the name, can't put a face to it.
Damien Comer?
Again, know the name.
Yeah.
Can't remember anything.
No.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Well, these are pretty much all the names I could find. We've had some interesting thoughts, though, and interesting anecdotes.
Yeah.
Anyone in particular that you'd like to say hello to that maybe listening now that
I think I would have mentioned Darren Buckley if you hadn't have brought him up.
Oh, right.
He was like me buddy.
Yeah. Did you ever see the Magpie game when you took it to the school and confused it?
No.
You're joking. That was the end of it, was it?
Yeah.
So where did it go?
Probably to some other kid. Because, I mean, actually, it probably got killed. Because if it was being that friendly with other people, some people might have took advantage of it.
In what way?
Well, there was a programme on the other week about...
What, in the way that Shufflebotham was trying to take advantage of you?
Yeah.
There was a programme on the other week about bear whisperers.
Yeah.
And some blokes got really friendly with a bear. And then when they were leaving that area where the bear was, they said, oh, we've caused a problem here because there's some bear hunters coming in and moving into this area. And it's going to get a bullet if it acts like this. So they had to scare it away. And that's what I should have done with Maggie. I should have terrified it a little bit so it wouldn't trust humans.
Just introduced it to some of your schoolmates, I'm sure, would have freaked it right out.
Well, the ones with
maybe that was why it fled.
It didn't see. It didn't see those 2 fellas with big heads and webbed hands coming towards it, did it?
That would have terrified anything. It's like a scarecrow, like 2 walking scarecrows. Listen, have we got time for a song for the ladies? What's happening? We've not really thought.
Quick then, just do it. Just do it. Thanks very much.
Well, hang on, no, we haven't lined anything up, have we?
I was going to play Mary Lawson and that for you. And then
Is this going to be the final track?
It has to
it would be, yeah.
We've blown it. We've blown it on the Carl special.
We have indeed.
I'll play it next week. So Carl there's got an E at history in GCSE. Any history teachers, anyone who can help Carl out, I think we should try and register him and take it this June. So what's
your homework for this week?
You've got to read about Che Guevara, haven't you? The revolutionary leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know anything about him at all? Have you got any basis?
I just know that if you want to use his face on your business, it costs a lot of money. Do you know, like, if McDonald's wanted to have him as, like, instead of Ronald McDonald?
How does he do it? Steve, how does he do it, man?
Oh, we listen, just play a final record, Carl. Say goodbye, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Wu-Tang Clan there, Steve. XFM 104.9 with Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Now, I just reminded something else Carl's in the week. I know it's forbidden to talk to him, but I'll tell you this. He was very excited about the Friends Reunited. He was a bit nervous at first, wasn't he, last week? But he was really getting into it. And in the pub, he was talking about those people, and he said, I'd never go on a reunion, though. He said, I'd never do that.
What, a school reunion?
Yeah, and he wouldn't want to see anyone. And I went, well, I said, wouldn't you want to see those 2 lads with the big heads and the webbed hands?
Oh, yeah, these were people you went to school with, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't knock about with them. They were in the class.
What were they called?
Freaks.
Right.
Right. Okay. And he said, no, I wouldn't want to see them. He said, because what could you say? Oh, you haven't changed much. Right. And he went, He said, and they wouldn't go anyway, would they? I said, why? He went, well, they didn't have any friends.
Right.
And I said, well, weren't they friends with each other? And he went, no, that would have been too obvious. Like they passed each other and went, no, I know it's tempting, but let's not.
Everyone would think that's just what we were going to do. Let's not do it.
Yeah. So they didn't even hang around with each other.
No.
See, I must say, in my head, I've got something like it's like some sort of extra thing from Blake 7 that they're like some sort of lagoon monster, but they just had slightly oversized heads, did they?
See, does your head grow? Your eyes don't. Does your head? Because maybe they've got to a point now that it's all sort of caught up with each other.
Well, at the time, the eyes were very small and the head was huge.
Just a very big head. And
Yeah.
the fingers aren't going to change. That's not.
They had
not
webbed fingers.
It was like the penguin in Batman.
Really? Are you sure?
No, honestly.
Are you sure they weren't wearing mittens?
No, seriously.
Yeah, they were. It wasn't home economics. They weren't getting something out of the oven, a very hot dish, were they? Every time you saw them.
But why were there two, but they weren't related and they weren't friends?
I don't know. I suppose it's like asthma and that, innit? Some kids have it. And it just was a
Yeah,
coincidence.
but asthma's quite a common thing. Webbed hands, Carl.
Yeah. I don't know. You don't think of it, do you, when you're a kid? You just sort of... when you first see them.
Yeah.
There goes the frogmen. Do you do that? I imagine you get caught staring at things.
Yeah, do you go up to people with problems and go, Mummy, is that a monster?
Well, I was telling you one about when I used to go with my dad in the taxi.
Oh, yeah.
What
Tell us
happened?
this story.
Well,
Your father was a taxi driver?
my dad he had loads of jobs, which he did back then, and they don't do that anymore, do they, people? They don't
Have a variety of
loads of
jobs?
stuff.
Sure.
But at one point, he had a black cab, and I used to go with him. He used to get a beer crate and put it in the front of the black cab and sort of sit just next to the meter. And anyway, we got this call, and the guy on the end of the radio said, "Oh, you've got your son with you, haven't you?" So he said, "Yeah." So it's just like, we've got to pick up at number 11 Village Lane or whatever. And I said, all right. And it was this woman. It was like a woman version of the Elephant Man.
Wow. The Elephant Woman.
Yeah, it looked like... it was really strange because I was in the front of the cab, and when you're a kid, if something looks odd, you're a bit scared of it, aren't you?
Yeah.
And my dad was like, look, be all right. And we're driving towards her.
Look, don't worry, son. I've got loads of buns.
And just to
I think
give
I'll
you-
just throw one down the street if it lets you run after
You're
it.
being mean, right?
I am a little bit,
So
yeah.
how old were you? 18?
No, I was about 12 or something like that. 11, 12. And as we got closer to her, it looked like she was holding like a bag of spuds on her shoulder.
For a snack.
Right.
And her head was all a bit mangled and messy and that. And my dad said, whatever you do, don't stare at her face.
Yeah.
And she got in the
Because you
back.
turn into stone.
Well, she got in the back, and I had like the mirror, the driver's mirror thing, and sort of having a look, trying to work out. And he said, don't stare at her face. I couldn't work out where her face was. It was that weird.
Oh, God.
So I'm not sure you're from Manchester. I think you're from like Narnia or something.
Yeah, you got frog boys walking around.
the Lord of the Rings.
That got like the claws of a lobster and the head of a toad.
Yeah.
And you got women getting in with spuds for heads. I mean, what
This is not Manchester.
is
This
this
is not the
place?
place you grew up. This is mad.
Oh, you can't believe it in London, can you? You come down and go, look, symmetry. It must be amazing.
It must be a thing to do with upbringing now, mustn't it? And because, again, do you know, I've said to you before, years ago, when I was a kid and didn't have any worries, good-looking lad, you go through it a bit, have a few more worries, and you look knackered. Now, back there's a lot more worries and stuff, so you get a lot more freaks. Whereas in London, everyone's like happy, aren't they?
I love the fact that stress can cause your fingers to fuse and your heads to grow.
No, but if
She must have been really stressed to have a head.
Yeah. She what was?
Bag of
Yeah, was she an accountant or something?
you know what I mean.
But what did she do? What did she say?
Where was she
got
going,
in?
by the way?
And she couldn't speak.
London Zoo, please.
I think she was going to like a
the
pet
fair.
shop. Seriously, honest to God. On my mum's life, she was. Because at the end of the day, that's a good thing with animals. They don't judge you, do they?
She's not
She
an
wasn't an animal. She's a human being.
Not actually an elephant.
No, but she...
You know the Elephant Man was not actually an elephant. You understand that? He's got no elephant genes in him at all.
No.
That was just a cool name people gave him.
Yeah.
No, it's the name of the disease, isn't it? Elephantitis.
Look, so listen. So this woman, why was she going to a pet shop?
She was going to a pet shop. What, to find a husband?
Is this true?
No, it is true, yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm not taking the mickey because it must be so really bad for you.
Of course it is.
Carl,
I'm going on to you today about cutting myself shaving.
Yeah.
I was going on about that. To think that she's probably not alive now, but to think.
But you're saying that you're going to say this is a worse problem than a little cut shaving, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think
things
you're right.
that
Carl,
you worry about.
there's a couple of key questions I need to ask. One, if she couldn't talk, how did she tell your father where to drive it? Did she have it written on a note?
Did she point with her nose?
Yeah.
Right, this has got silly. Pick your song.
But also, finally, where did you say she lived again?
It was like in a village, a little small village.
Right.
Just hidden out of the way.
All I'm saying is we could maybe get like some sort of coach, book some coaches, get a coach party up there to have a look at her. Take some photos.
And now
you can make some lemonade.
The offspring of a woman and some spuds. Yeah. Please enter at your peril. Should give me a shiny shilling. Carl, any more? I'll tell that story that you were telling me about your dad when he was driving.
Well, it's just that you were talking about. Well, I mentioned Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And the Forrest Gump types. When my dad was when he was a taxi driver.
Yeah.
You used to have to sort of do your bit for the local area.
Oh God!
By taking the Forrest Gump people to Blackpool.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called now? The Forrest Gump people? Is that what the organisations that support them ask for them to be referred to?
A minibus with life is a box of chocolates.com.
Well,
Forrest Gump types.
It must be. So you work with these people. The people with learning difficulties.
And they used to get 5.
Coming home must have been a busman's holiday.
So he got 5 of them in the cab.
Yeah.
And they had to go to Blackpool, and 4 of them were really good, behaving themselves, didn't mess about, weren't fighting and stuff. But there was one who was just causing loads of trouble, and they couldn't control him. Oh, and what you've got to be able to do with people like that, you don't want them to get stressed out because it's not good for them. It stresses them out, and you could end up with a bit.
Thanks, Dr. Carl.
You could end up with a bit of a riot on your hands. So he thought, I'll nip this one in the bud right now, and he pulled up just on the outskirts of Blackpool. And he took the one out that was causing problems and put it in a wheelie bin.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologise.
He did what?
Oh,
he did it for the good of the others. He put it in a wheelie bin. He was having a good time. He thought it was one of the rides.
Can you stop saying it?
Him.
Yeah.
He was having a good time, and once he calmed down, my dad went back and picked him up, and he was fine. He had a good time.
He left him in there the whole time the others were in Blackpool?
No, he left him there, not the whole day, probably about an hour and a half.
In a wheelie bin?
In a wheelie bin.
Why couldn't he get out?
Because, his arms were trapped on the thing. One of those...
He tied him up?
No, do you know, because he was a big fella, and he managed to get him in so his arms were down the side like that, so he was a bit trapped.
Wasn't he screaming and crying and stuff?
He was making a bit of noise, but do you know what I mean?
What you feel served him right?
Well, but anyway, I didn't really want to talk about it. You just brought it up because of Forrest Gump.
Did his family know about this? Is this the first time they'd have heard about this?
He didn't get asked to do it again.
Sure. Now, you went to school with a number of different interesting people, some of whom were freaks.
I understand had big heads and webbed toes.
Is that right?
And yet they were not related to each other, and they weren't friends with each other. Why weren't they friends with each other?
Because that'd be obvious.
Did they wear shoes, or did they walk around in their webbed?
Were they good at swimming?
I don't know. I don't think they ever went swimming.
Did they ever talk? Did they ever look over at each other and think,
"Yeah, we should hang out more"?
I told you something in the week as well. There was another lad at school had a pigeon chest.
He had a what?
Can we come back to this?
He had a pigeon chest.
I think we should play a record, Carl, because I think we've hooked them now. Yeah. I think there's
no one switching off now, Rick.
No, play a record.
We were talking about something before.
The freaks used to go. You had people with big heads, 2 web feet, didn't hang around each other. That would be too obvious. You had a fella with a pigeon chest.
Yeah, what's the story with the pigeon chest?
Don't know how it happened. It was it looked like somebody sort of hit him on the back with a big hammer, and it had come out at the front.
Yeah,
and I've never seen it since.
Could that have been the answer?
What? Why he had it?
Why had it? Possibly, I suppose, in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, don't know. Never asked him.
It's just come back to haunt you, has it? The pigeon chest?
No, it's just that when you mentioned about kids at school, I forgot all about him. You're talking about the kids with the web feet and the big heads.
Yeah,
and I forgot about the little old
the pigeon chest
pigeon boy.
Yeah, pigeon. Yeah. I've had an email from Andrew Forrest, who has just simply entitled it Karl Pilkington. Oh, Karl Pilkington.
What do you think of that?
That's got to be your new name from now on.
Oh.
I had a mate who used to use it.
What, he used to call you that?
Yeah.
Was that your nickname at school, Pilkington?
No, it's not my nickname.
It is now.
No, it's not.
It is now.
Pilkington.
Pilkington.
Oi, Pilkington.
Oi, Pilkington.
Pilkington, do my homework.
Where do you live? Where do you come from? Pilkington?
No, there's this lad who called Mark, right, who I used to go to school with, who used to call me that. And his mum, right, was like obsessed with cleaning. And I was never allowed in their flat.
He makes the place look untidy.
So she used to, I don't know if it was just me or all his mates, but I used to turn up and she goes, yeah, he is in, but you know what you've got to do? And I used to have to go round the side of his flat, and he had a computer, right, which I used to play. I didn't have one at that point, but he had one. And I used to have to go round the side of the flat and stand at his bedroom window with his window open, and I'd be sort of leaning in playing the game.
You are joking.
I'm not. His mum.
You had the weirdest upbringing I've ever heard. The things you were willing to do. It's the strangest. What is this town like?
No, I stopped going once.
Was there always music? Right? There's the horse in the house there. Oh, look at these two kids with big heads and webbed feet. All right, Ronnie. All right, Reggie. What was it like?
She was obsessed.
It's like you've grown up in a cartoon made for children.
Yeah.
No, his mum was really obsessed with cleaning. Can
I play through his window?
I used to.
Mrs. Ramsbottom, can I play through Mark's window? Aye, you know what you have to do.
She used to be up till about 3 in the morning.
Pilkington again. Have you washed your hands?
What, up till 3 in the morning?
She
Washing?
used to be up doing the tiles in the kitchen.
Washing until 3 in the morning?
It's at 3 in the morning. And for ages and ages, that's saying that out on the tiles, I used to think that came from, like, his mum. Because she was out, like, cleaning them late. So, till I was about 13, I thought that saying out late on the tiles was...
And now you're not confused by anything.
Well...
There's no misunderstandings in your life now, is there?
So he was allowed to walk in and out of the house, was he?
No, he was alright, and he used to come round to ours a lot, and my mum used to get these pies from Hagenbach's, right? So...
I don't know what that is.
It's at that bakery where they used to chuck the cakes out the back, I'll tell you about.
Yeah.
And you ate six.
He loved it, but I could never go round to theirs, or if I did, it was like, well, yeah, he is in, and I'd go, alright, and then I'd walk round the side of the flat. Stand outside.
Why did you ever knock at the door? Why don't you just go around and knock on the window?
Just to check he's in, because he wasn't always in his room. If he was in the lounge, he'd have to go to his bedroom, and then that's
to meet you. This is the strangest. And you'd play a computer game through the window.
You say it was a flat. It wasn't like a 5th story one, and you had to get in one of those kind of cleaning contraptions and like winch your way up.
I love the idea of that.
So,
oh, Pilkington. Go on.
Women wearing trousers and that, right? On the estate that I grew up in, on right, there was a woman about 4 houses down, right, rough. She's the one.
She was, or the estate.
She was, right.
Yeah.
She's the one whose kid took a horse into her house.
Yes.
Right.
Now we won't go over that again.
No.
If you're a new listener, I think we covered. I think they get
That's
the
all you
idea
need to know.
Right.
Yeah.
Now she used to wear leggings.
Yeah.
No, they're a bad idea.
They are a terrible idea. I agree with you there, Carl. If you're a lady of
What
the
colour?
normo persuasion...
Were they pink?
No, they were sort of black, but with all bits on them.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
What, toast and just horse droppings. Yeah, go on, yeah.
And she used to, she's quite a big woman.
Sure.
Pauline Quirk, I think you described her as.
Looked like a light bulb when
It
she was
is those
bending
kind of
over in
women that are
leggings.
attracted to leggings.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They are drawn to them like a moth.
Yeah.
She used to wear them, and that's what I remember when I read this piece. She used to work on one of those sex line things.
Right.
She used to do that. But
what, was she an engineer?
The weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids.
Right. Go on.
That were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? What was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she had big eyelids?
It was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know, like...
What do you mean popular things? They didn't go, oh, I'll tell you what, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of them popular things around where I grew up. People had big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads. You got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
Yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just too much skin. It was like the neck of a chicken. But on the eyes.
What's your point? Anyway, so there's this big eyelided woman with the leggings.
And that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's when I read that story with people with trousers.
Yeah.
I went from that
to a woman who used to have big eyelids. I still at the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Right.
His dad had it, and same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, I'm going round to Dave's house.
Yeah.
And
Or Drew
say,
Pig,
well,
as you call it.
that's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car, because he could hardly see. He had to have his head.
He gets to tilt his head back to keep his eyes open.
Make sure! Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook. This began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
But it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mentioned the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Carl.
Got nonsense.
Adverts.
No. All right.
I love the fact that he was fascinated by the strangest village in Britain, but the stories he's told us about where he comes from, there's him going around with two fellas with big heads, webbed feet, a little pigeon-chested bloke, him on his grifter with Maggie pecking at him, his dad in the telephone box nicking groceries, and a horse in the house next door. I mean, how strange was his upbringing? And him hanging from his satchel. Unbelievable.
There's another woman who I remembered. Actually, I'll tell you later.
Go on, what?
I'll tell you later about another woman who I remembered.
Give us a teaser.
It's just a woman who rode around on a three-wheeled bike with her husband in a basket. Right, I'll tell you that. Right, and the final
You don't get
clip.
teasers like that on the other radio
That's a hell of a funeral service.
Right, listen.
Right, tell us about this woman.
Well, it was just because you were saying about the, our living.
We are broadcasting now, aren't we? This is actually going out. This is live. This isn't us sort of like...
Yeah, but you were just talking about how I lived in an odd village.
Yeah.
With kids with big heads and all that, right? And what I wanted to do...
What is that again? There's two kids with big heads.
Yeah, they just had sort of big heads and webbed hands and that. They went to my school. And when I spoke to my dad the other day, because I'm going to see my mum and dad tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, have we got any school photographs with the big-headed kids in? And he said, no, nobody bought those sort of school photos because they were in it, so it was always a bit ruined. So I said, well... No, he said sales were, because he obviously talked to other dads and stuff like that, and he just said, no one bought them. But anyway, so...
I would love them.
Yeah.
That's why I'd buy them.
Yeah, but I wouldn't stand out, would I? If it's on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, well...
But anyway, so I was talking about,
When you say they had big heads, what do you mean? Do they look like someone from Doctor Who?
They were just quite big.
But they weren't related?
No.
So why did two blokes with big heads and webbed feet?
I lived in a weird area. There was a chemical plant close by.
I can't believe you've never told us that before. That explains a lot. Not just the freaks in your neighbourhood, but...
No, there was loads of weird stuff going on. There was this, like I said, there was this woman who used to live in one of the council flats, right? And she had a three-wheeled sort of big, what do you call
it? Three-wheeled son. He was the weirdest bloke we ever knew.
What do you call it? Like a big tricycle, but for an adult rather than one for a kid. It was a big one.
It wasn't a motorbike though. It was
no. It was a push bike thing.
Right, yeah.
And she used to just sort of ride down the road with a fella sat in the basket on the back, with his legs dangling over. And they'd be going to the pub and what have you.
Was it a different fella each time or the same one?
No, same little sort of bald-headed fella.
Sure, it wasn't collection for organs and things. Bring out your ill. And then people just throw Grandad just in the back and go, right, we're getting £4 for Grandad.
But she's
got a lovely pair of testicles on him. They're very low, but they
bring out your dead or nearly dead.
She used to pick on her husband quite a lot. They'd be in the pub and what have you, and they'd be sat by themselves, but she'd always be sort of, having a go at him, moaning at him, sort of pushing him about and that. So my dad and his mate, right, they went round to their house, knocked on the door, she answered, and he said he was a copper, right? He said, Detective Pilkington, can I come in and have a word?
So I'm just going to make a note of impersonating a police officer.
Yeah, but for the good, he went in and sort of, now, I've heard,
superhero.
Yeah.
I've heard, you picking on your husband a lot.
Yeah.
We'll be keeping an eye on you. Do it again, and there'll be trouble. And she backed off after that. She was all right.
And how was the husband? Was he still in the basket though? Was he allowed to ever sort of like ride up front with her? Or was he just always in the basket?
She'd sort of stopped picking on him in public places and stuff.
That's good.
Just did it behind
You
closed
can't
doors.
get done, can you, just for doing that?
I think impersonating a police officer
Well,
is
you
a criminal
probably did.
offence.
There was no gain. I think you can't impersonate a police officer full stop, but I think they'd probably be lenient on him that he was, But let's face it, he's not going to be caught because why would anyone know about it? It's not like his son's going to say it on a radio station, is it? And stitch him right up.
Is this something you did generally? Kind of a little bit of light vigilante work?
Just whatever, him and his mate, just, if they saw something going on, they go, what can we do?
Sure.
What little scam can we do, or whatever.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is brilliant. An honest mistake by The Bravery on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington,
Yep.
our producer.
Right.
In inverted commas, heat put.
Yeah.
They know. How are you doing, all right, Karl?
Yeah, didn't they also write something about me, bald round head?
Yes, perfectly round little bald man head, they said, so...
Because you need to know that when you listen to the radio on that. Really matters what my hair's doing.
Your hair, have you given it a little sort of polish? Because you look like a cue ball at the moment, and you've had a shave in it. I've never seen such a round head. It actually looks like a plate with ears.
Yeah, well, for those that have never seen Karl, I actually, if you remember, I think he looks a little bit like Mr. Spoon from Button Moon.
He does.
If you've never seen that show,
and also he looks like, when they say they find with a little 4-foot human and it's actually 500,000 years old and they give it a name and it's the first Australopithecus into. He looks like one of them as well. Perfectly round little. He is the missing link. He looks half human, half monkey.
Because he's got a slight slouch as well. So
Yeah,
it's
I know,
like
yeah.
those pictures where you see it going from an ape to a man. He's one of those in the middle.
Yeah, and of course his monkey hands, his hairy little wrist to those skinny little things that you can get oranges out of holes with, and it's unbelievable. Why are you so all shaved and polished and everything?
Got a wedding.
What?
Got to go to a wedding today, so thought I'd, clean myself up a bit.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he be wearing a suit or something?
No, I'll go home and put something on.
Oh, okay.
But Suzanne said, make an effort. I sort of had a shave and that, and then I came out of the bathroom. She said, "Oh, your head looks a bit sort of eggish."
She's right.
She always worries about when I have a shave because I just,
That's your girlfriend, Karl.
I know.
Saying that. Just think. So don't worry about Heat saying it. The funny thing is, it's Boyd Hilton, I think, of Heat that wrote it.
And he's got a little bald head.
Yeah, no, don't slag him off.
Yeah, but on the end of his review, does it say, written by Baldy Boyd? No, because it doesn't matter. It's a magazine. Don't worry about it.
Looking forward to the wedding?
A bit boring, isn't it? But you got to do it.
They're probably listening. Should we do a shot?
No, it'll be a great day for them, but I know what will happen. Suzanne will see, all the fuss and that, and then she'll get ideas and have to let her down and all that.
Why is it you don't want to get married again? I always forget.
It's just, who's it for at the end of the day? I've been with Suzanne for 11 years, right?
Sure.
We're happy. Well, I am.
That's what counts.
You're never happy.
I am. I'm all right.
Yeah, no, I know you're happy with Suzanne and everything, but apart from that, you're never happy. You are the most grumpy, moany thing in the world. I mean, I get annoyed, but I'm always happy. I was annoyed here. I was happy coming here, but there was a bloke behind me walking and scuffing his feet. He had a pair of those stupid skulls on, and he was clicking and scuffing. Wear some shoes. You don't have to click. Pick your feet up. Flip-flops annoy me. But I'm happy. I'm just annoyed. You are just like, oh, the world's on me. It's rubbish, this. I know the world's great. It's just sometimes people annoy me by being there, But Steve said I should be locked in one of those towers that princesses used to be locked in fairy tales, because everything annoys me. But you're grumpy.
I'm not. I'm all right.
Oh, right, okay, listen, we better play a record, soon, but, coming up, Steve, I went away with Carl. Okay. It was a little present from Jane. It was a golfing day. I could take someone, took Carl. It was a brilliant day, absolutely brilliant, but it ended with us sort of drinking and chatting and me saying, right, I'm going to bed. Because Carl said the most ridiculous thing he has ever said. Think of that.
That's something.
Oh, sometimes, Carl, I think you're on another planet. Here's The Only Ones. Another Girl, Another Planet by The Only Ones. What a song.
Amazing.
One of my favourite intros ever. Dr. Fox disagreed with me. His favourite ever was, I think, Money for Nothing, if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Another great tune.
Yeah, another great tune. I'm not knocking him.
If you'd like to let us know what your favourite intro of all
That number again is over. Right. Well, we got so much to get through with this show.
Let me just get this. I don't quite understand. You were given a gift. And the gift was a golfing day of golf.
And yeah, for my Christmas present, part of my Christmas present from Jane, a night away, 2 rooms, 2 rounds of golf, dinner for 2, right?
But not with her, I notice.
Well, she doesn't play, no, she knew, no, it was a present, they were playing golf. It was a golfing day, she doesn't play golf, so, I had to choose someone to, take away. It's alright, it wasn't a romantic meal.
No, that was my immediate thought.
Yeah, me and Carl, just, getting in there in the jacuzzi together.
It just sounds like an excuse for Jane to have a day off from you. But you don't play golf, Jane. I know, go. Go.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
A bowling ball with my name on it. So, chose Carl, obviously. We went, it was a great day, wasn't it? Brilliant round of golf, absolutely brilliant. Such a beautiful place in Stoke Poges, it's like a really posh place.
And are you a good golf player?
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Well, he bought the shoes especially for it.
Oh, I'd love to have seen him in those little shoes.
I know, and they were no good because they were metal spikes. We had to change them. He was annoyed straight away. He spent over £22 on these golf shoes. We hired a buggy that was brilliant fun. I was bombing along, wasn't I? I don't drive, but it was great on that buggy. Well, you've been on a buggy with me and you were a bit scared.
Yeah.
What? I nearly killed us once. I was just taking banks and things, but you don't see sort of bunkers, and he'd scream and go, stop! And he'd put his foot down the brake, and then I reversed.
At one point, he sort of did a handbrake turn next to the lake, and then we had to reverse, right? And you just flick a switch and put your foot down. He did that without looking. I looked behind, there's a big oak tree there.
He screams, watch the tree, right? He's so...
Dukes of Hazzard.
I kept jumping in and leaving him behind because I had to go to my ball. Because anyway, so the first shot, I got on the driver. I honestly did one of the best shots I've ever done. It went straight down. It was great. I thought, phew, got away with that because it's always the first one because it's a clubhouse and you want to look good.
Yeah.
So. He tees up, and I've been saying, buy some balls. He just got 6 balls. I was going, what if you lose me? I won't lose 6 balls, right? He tees up, right? Whacks it. It goes miles, like right angles, straight into these the woods, right? He turns around, he goes, go and buy some more balls. So I'm laughing because it's like impolite to laugh, but he broke the ice for me, and I was falling around. And then his second shot, I go, you're off a 3 now. If you take another shot, he went, oh, right. So it's his third shot. He puts the ball down. He hits the ground before it and misses the ball altogether. And I was on my back, wasn't I? Unbelievable.
Actually rolling about on his back.
I was rolling about, and we were terrible. I went round 107. He went round in like 119 or something. Sure. It was just rubbish.
How long did it take?
5 hours.
Of course.
And there was no one around, luckily. But it was fantastic. So then we go and have our meal. What annoys me, I said, right, I'll go for a run. You and I'll have a bath. I said, I'll see you at 7:45. At 7:55, I have to call him. He's not ready, so he's let me down there. I can't stand lateness or laziness.
You hate lateness.
Yeah, and he's let me down. Do you know his excuse? He fell asleep in the bath because there was no light bulb.
There's no light bulb in the bathroom.
So instantly he fell asleep, and he was late.
No, do you know what I mean though, Steve? If you're sort of like nice and warm and what have you, I was tired anyway, I've been stressed out for 4.5 hours, right? My life flashed in front of me a few times in that buggy. So it's all sort of wears you down a bit. I thought, right, I've got a headache, you're going for your run, I'm going to have a bath. I walk in, put the light on, for some reason it didn't come on, but I thought, it's alright, I'll just... doesn't matter. You can have a bath in the
It's summer, so it's light anyway.
Well, there's no windows in the bathroom, so...
So you were in the darkness?
So I'm in the darkness. I nod off because I'm shattered. he calls up asking me. So I said, well, it doesn't normally take that long for me because, I haven't got, long hair. I've got a dryer and I can sort of one wipe.
Yeah, he's already 10 minutes late, though, when I called.
Well, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. This is late, next.
Doesn't matter. Dinner wasn't until 15:15, so we had, another 20 minutes anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but we said 1:45. So
he's calling up, hurry up. So I said, yeah, all right. So I get out and dry and my tackle and what have you. Calls back again 30 seconds later. No, I don't, I don't like that.
Not going to do that, no.
Give it a wipe. 30 seconds later, come on. So I end up going downstairs to the meal area.
Naked.
With a wet shirt on and wet socks. I've got headache as it is. Meant to be a relaxing weekend.
But anyway, so we have our meal, which is really nice. Then we're sitting in the bar. I'm having a cigar by the fire.
Yeah.
We're having a rather nice Pinot Grigio. Yeah. He's there going, I've got headache.
Is this 1955 that you live in?
I know, yeah. It's so right. We are knackered because he's not used to work. I've seen him moaning, falling asleep. He's not used to it at all.
And you've been on your feet for over half an hour.
Yeah, right. So we didn't even walk around the golf course. We had a buggy. Yeah. It wasn't even exercise. So we get onto conversations. Talking about he's asking me stuff about evolution. Tell me that. Why did the giraffe? What's that rubbish about the giraffe getting a long neck? I said, well, it didn't try and get a long neck. It was selected because anyway. I went into evolution for him, and he said, but why would evolution do that? I went, well, you think that evolution didn't do anything? There's not this consciousness, there's not this will that a giraffe has to stretch its neck to reach the leaves. One had a long enough neck to survive and pass it. He was going, yeah, but why did evolution... this isn't. But by the way, this isn't the most stupid thing. This is warming up. This is about 8:45.
Sure.
Right? He said, why didn't evolution make a giraffe good at carpentry so it could build a ladder?
Right. Yeah. Okay. No. All right.
Okay. So he's thinking around it. He's trying to pick holes in evolution.
Yeah.
We get on to, I said, well, things are, I said, we can see the speed of evolution in lower life forms like bacteria, viruses, they evolved. That's why, soon we won't have an antibiotic that can kill some certain bacterial strains. And he said, and this is about, 11:30, then I said, I'm going to bed, right? He said, in the future, they reckon that you'll be able to wake up and eat a yogurt you can have a chat with.
I don't know what that means.
Let's put a song on, right? And we'll come back to it.
So you're going to explain that?
Yeah.
You've got an explanation?
The Verve and Sonic on XFM 104.9. And Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
So let's just get this right. What did Karl say? He's just specifically giving those words again.
He said, they reckon, and I said, I'm going to bed. He went, no, really? I said, no, I'm going to bed, Karl. There's no point now, because it's just like you're talking gobbledygook. You know what I mean? I might as well talk to a pot plant.
Yeah.
He said, in the future, they reckon, I don't know who they are.
Sure.
I don't know, people who post things on the internet that he reads. I think
the Telegraph.
Anyway, complete the sentence.
They reckon that in the future you'll be able to wake up. I love it. There's a little scenario, an embellishment, like this little. Oh, hello, darling. It's your yogurt. Hello. You'll be able to wake up and eat a yogurt you can have a chat with.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Rick. I'm looking at you. I'm going to throw that over to Karl.
Right. It's when I was away on holiday, right? I don't normally buy the Telegraph because it's too big and that, innit? So, but they were giving it away for free on the plane, so I thought,
ding dong,
might as well have it. Mm-hmm. And I saw a couple of things in it. I thought that would be interesting. I saw this thing about the future, and it was talking about evolution and what have you, right, which I always find weird, because I always think that maybe we've sort of done it wrong anyway. Do you know what I mean? I sometimes think
you can't evolve. By definition, evolution can't get things wrong. Things change, that it's not successful, it can't pass on its genetic material, but if you're around, it's working. If you're around, it's working. Slugs are as evolved as they need to be. Slugs are as evolved as you and me.
That's true enough.
Yeah, no disrespect, but it works. It works.
Sorry, anyway, what's your point, Karl?
No, I mean, I think we probably would have been better off staying as a fish. Just because there's more water than land, isn't there?
Right.
And you wouldn't drown.
This is why I went to bed.
No, I'm thinking of dozing off now.
Yeah.
No, but do you know what I mean? From, what was it? It was bacteria, it was fish, mermaid, man, onwards and what have you. So anyway.
God! God!
No,
there are a few knowledge gaps in your theory of evolution.
All right, Mom.
You generally got it right though. So
But I mean, basically, yeah, it went bacteria, fish, mermaid man. What's next is the big question.
So it was telling you all about this and what have you, and saying how, like, we shouldn't have interfered, because maybe if we wouldn't have invented planes and what have you, maybe we'd be able to fly and what have you if we really needed to and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we've interfered with evolution, you see.
right.
Well, then it was saying, well, what's the future got?
Well, yes, in one way we have interfered with evolution. Yeah, the evolution of the human being in society is changing. It's no longer based on the strongest or the fittest, because medical science can keep us alive long enough. People can pass on their genetic material where without this civilization they wouldn't have been able to. So yeah, there are different parameters, there are different pressures, there are different things that say whether we're going to pass on our genetic material or not. Okay, so in that sense you're right.
And that, Rick, as far as I'm aware, has led to a yogurt that you can eat and have a conversation with. So
this is what it was saying. It was just saying, we're living in mad times and that. There's a lot of weird stuff going on.
One of which is...
And the fellow was just saying, with computers and stuff like that, the way it is, we'll be able to wake up,
Go on.
have a chat with your yogurt and have something to eat.
What do you mean, have a chat with your yogurt?
Because of the amount of, you have them yogurts already, those friendly yogurts, those bacteria-friendly ones, so this is just a really friendly one.
Yeah, they don't... Oh, God! I might burst! Do you know what, sometimes, Carl, I think that we're having a chat with a yogurt. Do you know what I mean? There can't be any difference.
Yeah, but then I'm always reminded that would be more entertaining. That would be more informative.
God!
XFM.
U2, City of Blinding Lights. I'm going to see them next week at Twickenham.
Well, enjoy that.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thanks again for letting me know about your...
Old Nobbo and Edge and all that. Now listen, you just got an email there saying, can you turn up your microphone, Steve?
Apparently my voice is a little bit
Well,
quiet.
Carl has to do one thing, make sure we're heard. That's all he has to do.
Well, I can hear it. Sounds fine to me.
Well, not to the listeners, and that's who we're trying to please.
Well,
Yeah.
it's one person, so they can't hear
Yes, but we've only got one listener. So if he's
Yeah.
not happy, we're buggered.
You're allowed to say buggered. Not twice, certainly. Once could have been a mistake.
Yeah.
Twice, pointing it out is definitely, complaint material. Now, Carl, you haven't told us about your holiday yet. You were meant to do it last week and you didn't. You started on this, but we didn't have time because we had to do monkey news about a monkey who was a director who cared about lighting and stuff.
Is there more monkey news this week?
Is it as... okay. Is it real monkey news? Did it happen, or is it mostly embellishment in your round little head?
It's proper stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
proper
So holiday. Where'd you go on holiday?
Sardinia.
Good.
Yeah, it's alright, yeah. Nice food and that. It's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
And nice beaches and what have you.
Excellent.
Always like a nice long beach to walk down.
Yeah.
But, so we're having a nice walk, right? You know how, nudists do me head in?
Sure.
Right.
Not a problem though, is it? It's not like being scared of spiders where they might jump out under the kitchen sink at you. You know what I mean? It's not a big problem having your head done in by nudists.
Yeah, but it just annoys me. It sort of ruins the day a little bit. Because it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Right. Take your clothes off if you feel uncomfortable. It's much more relaxing.
Yeah, but, well, anyway, right, so I'm walking along the beach, right? Lovely long beach, what have you, watching the sea, picking up shells and that.
And what are you wearing? What's your natural beach club?
When he says picking up shells, I imagine he's on all fours going, like that, you know what I mean, looking at things. Just like washing his nuts in the sea to get them tasty.
Yeah, going into the sea and then kind of shaking himself and all the water flies off.
Yeah.
I've just got, flip-flops on, pair of shorts,
Some weird bit
and like
noisy
a little light shirt.
Sure.
So anyway, walking along, and Suzanne goes, oh, look, right? And there's this woman, German, I think, coming out of the...
How can you tell she was German? Underarm hair?
I'll get to it. Forget
Okay.
the underarm hair. She came out, it looked like she was smuggling seaweed.
I'm going to burst! Oh, God!
And the funny thing is, right, she...
Smuggling seaweed! Oh, God! She was a bit hairy down there, was she?
Mental. I felt bad because I hadn't had a shave for 2 days, right? looked at her, it was ridiculous. She might as well have kept her trunks on. It was just like she was wearing furry trunks, right? So anyway, so I'm walking along. So
yeah, go on then.
So Suzanne's like, oh, look, and I'm like, oh, not again, because every time we go away, there always seems to be one of these.
Is she by herself, this woman?
Well, the weird thing was, she was with her husband, right, but he had shorts on, he was happy, right, but every time, because I walked past her, and he sort of ran off, because he's embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing normal about it. What can he do? He can't go, all right, mate, because he knows it's odd, right?
How old was he? Sorry, how old was she?
It's hard to tell when someone hasn't got clothes on. Do you know what I mean? They always look older, don't they, when they haven't got clothes on anyway. But I'd say she was about 40, 41.
Okay, right.
So I walked past, and the annoying thing is, she got there on a bike, right? No clothes on, little pair of boots next to the bike. So if you can wear boots, just pop some shorts on. You know what I mean? That takes more effort for me, putting boots on. So put the shorts on, right? So anyway, the husband kept running off. I walked past, and I'm getting annoyed because I'm saying, well, we've got to walk past them again on the way back.
I like the fact that they're scuttling away when Karl walks past. Like when you lift up a bit of sort of iron sheeting in the woods and loads of mice run away. Yeah. It's like whenever Karl goes, that nudists run away.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
So we sort of come walking back and what have you, and I have another look and what have you, and he runs off again.
Why are you another look if it offends you so much?
Oh, you might as well just have a look. You know what I mean? It's just putting it on show and what have you. But the interesting thing was that I just wondered whether the husband...
If the husband were nude, you'd looked at his tackle. Because remember, when you went to see those two strippers and it was a woman and a man and they whipped their shorts off, you said you looked at his tackle first.
I think any bloke would.
Wow.
You would. You just check it out. It's natural, isn't it? You just go, oh, right. So it is normal or whatever. Because you don't know if... you know what I mean? You don't know if what you've got's right until you see someone else's. No, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, but he got us talking, because I was... Then, as soon as I saw her, sort of, day's been ruined a bit, so I'm walking up the beach...
It's been ruined!
Walking up the beach with Suzanne going, how does it happen? Do you know what I mean? Why do people do this? What fun are they getting out of it, and what have you? And I just was thinking, is there any chance that fella, right, didn't even know that she was a nudist until they went away? Do you know what I mean? Because I said to Suzanne, if I met Suzanne, it's like we're getting on, everything's fine. Yeah. And then you go off on holiday and you go, you haven't got much luggage. And she's like, no, it's fine, this is plenty. And I'm thinking, that's weird. And then we go down the beach and she whips her knickers off. I'd be annoyed, but there's nothing I could do. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'm just wondering whether that's what happened to this fella. Every time someone came walking up, he was like, oh, God, this is embarrassing. And he kept nipping off.
Yeah.
Finding something else to do.
Look at some shells.
So I'm wondering, Rick, if at some point, maybe today or in future shows, we should get a nudist, one of those official nudist spokespeople, because all these nudist organisations, get them on the phone, justify themselves to Karl, because, in his mind, they are, what would you say, weirdos, freaks? I don't quite get it. I was reading something in one of the supplements last weekend, and some journalist went round to some, whatever you call it, some resort or whatever for nudes and that. And it's
just... Were they playing volleyball?
Well, the annoying thing was, bowls.
Why is that annoying?
Well, don't play a sport where you got to bend over.
Neil Young from the album Zuma, and that's Pardon My Heart on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. We just had a text here that says, and I don't know what truth there is in this, as ever, but John says there is apparently a nude bike ride today in Hyde Park. Now, I can't believe that's the case, because I don't think it's allowed, is it? You can't ride around with your veg, can you?
I don't know.
Why would you want to?
Well, good point.
On a bike.
On a bike, I like the fact that that's what disgusts him.
I want. Do you know what? If we did appeal for a nudist to call in, I'd want a very specific sort. I want a German nudist, a middle-aged man called Helmut.
Okay.
If there is any, or the closest one to it. So I want a middle-aged man from Germany. If your name is Helmut, you're in. But I'll accept hands. Karl would be good, wouldn't it?
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm wondering if the age might. Maybe we could we broaden.
Okay, just a German nudist bloke.
Right.
Can he at least be fat? Can I find a fat German fella? If your name's Helmut, we're going to give you a big prize.
Yeah.
But, you know, any fat German fella who likes to get his sausage out.
Sure.
Okay?
It's sauerkraut.
Yeah.
What's the phone number?
0871 222 1049. It'd be good just to get an email or a text with a contact on it, and then I can just call them up in the week.
Sure.
And
83936 is the text number. I don't know what our audience demographic pans out like, Rick, but I'm suspecting that's probably a fairly small fraction of our listenership.
I know, but, you know, there must be someone out there, if you know a fat German who likes to get his tackle out, phones are going.
Straight away.
Just answer it, Carl. Just answer it. Just pot luck.
it could be anything.
Well, just see what it is.
To be fair, it could be a nutter.
But just say hello. Just tell your turn. It's not straight away.
He'll stay there, won't he? He'll stay there.
Well, answer it. Answer it.
Leave it.
Answer it.
Oh, you see this? It's gone. It's gone. There you go. He bottled it. So, just as well.
Well, you took too long to answer it.
There's a vicar in Australia who's started sort of doing his services and all that in nude.
Hot in it out there.
Yeah, but the churches aren't. Churches are pretty cold. It was on some website.
Of course it was. Yep.
Just saying about a vicar and that who's there's a lot of nudists and that who want to get married. Do it, you know. Don't mess about with the wedding dress and that. Just snip up.
Cheaper, isn't it?
Well, I suppose it's so. I suppose if you believe in God, you believe that that's the way to be, innit? Because Adam and Eve and that.
Yeah, but then in Adam and Eve, the shame made us dress up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Eating the apple and things.
Yeah, but God didn't want that, did he?
No, he wanted to see it all. He was loving it. He was having a whale of time getting a life full of all of that, and then the snake said, cover yourself up.
Stitched him right up. So if you believe in God, which clearly I don't, do you believe in God, Carl?
Don't know, I don't really worry about it. It was ages ago, wasn't it? So, you know, if it's about, whatever. Not that bothered. Adam and Eve is pretty interesting though, isn't it?
It's not, well, how is it interesting? He made man out of dust. Then just because he could, he's having a laugh. Then he made her out of one of his ribs. Again, he'd like to vary it a little bit. Then they had 2 sons, which gave rise to the entire human race. What was going on there then?
What would have happened if they didn't get on? That's interesting.
Sometimes with pandas, they don't fancy the other one, do they? They go, well, that's my choice. One. You've brought me one panda from Lisbon Zoo, and I've got to shag that. What if I don't fancy it? What if they bring in a right slapper?
Do you think
what if it's the equivalent of like Love Island, whatever it's called?
It was like Celebrity Love Island.
Yeah, and they're going, I am not shagging that slapper. Every panda in the world has seen that dirty old mott in magazines. Why am I meant to mate with it? I've got some dignity.
Are you talking about Adam there or Panda? Was that? Either is fine, I suppose.
Pandas.
Do you think that Adam had any say when God was making Eve? Was he saying, "Can make the boobs a bit bigger, would you?" I'm a blonde guy. I'm into blondes, really. I don't know. Did he have any input, or was it just?
I don't know. Well, I suppose
it was one of his ribs.
I know, but it's probably restricted. You go, well, I'm working with a rib, Adam. Give me a break. There's only so many things I can do.
Well, he was probably in kind of intensive care, wasn't he? With the whole.
They go, well, I can't just keep making the boobs and things bigger because their legs will get short. I don't mind short legs.
Yeah, make the legs longer.
I don't mind no legs. I don't mind no legs.
As long as the boobs are sizable.
I tell you what's weird though, Steve. Right? Everyone's heard of like Adam and Eve. Yeah. What's the surname?
Yeah, where'd they get their post from? Unbelievable.
Now listen, before you play the next tune, we should just, we were trying to mop up some stuff from the last couple of shows, which we haven't dealt with yet. One of which is an obsession of yours, because we're on a radio station, Ricky and I come in, we bring in CDs, music we love, it means so much to us, we adore it. You don't really care about music, you work at a radio station, it's just, I don't care.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do like a good track. I don't like everything that comes out and everyone raves about.
Yeah, you thought the iPod wasn't worth it because you named the 5 tracks you'd like. What was it? It was In the Ghetto, Babushka, Living in the City. What was the other one? Killing a Georgie, and there was one other one or something. And you just only like songs with a story.
Yeah, but then there's a reason to listen to it, isn't there?
Well, not only
story
once.
going on. No, because you might forget the ending. Listen to it again.
Yeah,
anyway, you've been listening to Babushka quite a lot, is that right? Because you've really got into your head now. You're trying to decipher the story.
When I've been sort of asking for songs with stories, people have texted in, emailed in, and whatever, and I've had a couple. Last time we did the show, so I've gone, oh right, that sounds interesting. I And Babushka, when I was away on holiday, I listened to it a few times because I like the story. It's a good little story going on.
You got some thoughts on it though, have you? A couple of questions.
We'll have a listen to it.
Well, let's have a listen to the track, and then I know you've got some queries you'd like to raise.
It's just about a woman in it who, I don't know, she's ugly or something, aged badly, and her husband gets bored with her. Have a listen, see what you think. Right?
XFM. You're listening to Magic 105.4. That was all the way back to 1979. Kate Bush, Babushka.
So, we would like your suggestions for songs which have stories in them, which may entertain Karl. They could shoot to the top of his list.
What do you think of that, Karl? That has a little story there.
I like it, but...
So she tests her husband. Yeah, she writes him letters. She gets a letter back. It's a pseudonym. Babushka's her pseudonym. It's not a real name. Her real name is Molly Strank from Ealing. And he responds. He goes, "Oh, he's you know." So in real terms, he's having a bit of an illicit affair behind her back because he doesn't know it's his wife. So he goes, "Oh, well, I'll take this a bit further. See how far I go." He turns up. She turns up, he gets it on with her, and he's falling for her because she's acting like she used to act,
But was he just playing along with it? Was he like,
No, it's not, because they'd have said that in the song. They don't leave it up to...
Some people do that, don't they?
Well, it wasn't. Kate Bush would have said, and by the way, he's playing along. She'd have given us a clue. He's not. He's fallen for it. She went along incognito. He thought it was another woman.
But how much work can you do to yourself to... If I wrote a letter to Suzanne, right, saying...
She'd know it was you. It'd have egg stains on it. It'd be spelt wrong.
No, but...
And you'd sign it Karl, crossed out Babushka.
I wrote to her... I won't pick Babushka. That's a ridiculous name. That wouldn't have worked anyway. You just get a vision in your head of... I wouldn't have answered a letter from someone called Babushka.
It's not the point. If Kate Bush is listening, please call in, because I'd love her to have a conversation with you. I mean, that would be good. Forget Helmut. No, Helmut, you keep trying. A fat German. We want Kate Bush and a fat German.
What I mean is, though...
Now, wait a minute. What worries me is he didn't answer the last phone call. What if Kate Bush does phone up? Well,
if anyone knows Kate Bush, give her a call now. She's probably not listening. She's probably doing yoga or something, I imagine, or making a lentil soup, or maybe just like repotting some plants, right? Or practicing piano, right? But if anyone knows Kate Bush, got a number, call her up now. Say, tune into XFM. There's a little bald mank fella wants to talk to you about Babushka, right?
But how much?
But Helmut, don't worry, you'll get your chance. The phones are going. That could be Kate Bush.
That could be Bush.
It's not. Don't worry about it.
That could be Kate Bush.
I know for a fact it isn't.
Okay, answer it.
XFM. Half Light by Athlete on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl,
right?
2 o'clock. Let's get Rockbusters rolling.
I should just, if people aren't familiar with Rockbusters, then someone has actually sent in one of their own to test Karl. They've used, I think, the same principle that Karl has, which is, utterly random.
Yeah.
As you said before, really just trying to think of something that he might be thinking of.
Sure.
So she's done it quite coherently, but I'm wondering if I should sort of say it more as Karl might say it, just slightly less...
Or different every time.
Yeah, slightly less coherent. So, Karl, this is one for you, alright?
Go on.
It's Sunday morning. I'm just... I'm in bed, but I don't sleep, but like Hollyoaks is on, the omnibus, I'm just watching that, I go and make a lovely cup of tea, in the bed with Suzanne, aren't I, having a cup of tea.
What's going on there?
Just watching the telly and that, but hang on, I haven't got anything to dunk in me, in my tea. I haven't got anything to dunk in my tea, have I? You know what I mean? I haven't got anything to dunk in there, and I'm just having, what am I doing?
Is it LB?
It's LR.
Oh.
LR. So... have a think about that one, Karl.
I think I know it.
Yeah?
Do you?
Go for it.
Go on.
Is it Lionel Richie?
It is Lionel Richie. What's your logic?
Sort of Lionel, and it's like...
No rich tea. No rich tea.
Yeah.
No biscuits, no rich tea. No rich tea. Lionel Rich tea. Lionel Richie. It works. It's just as coherent as one of yours. What's that?
We've done one a little bit like it. There's no wrong with that.
I cannot believe you got it.
That's a taster.
I cannot believe you got it.
I might not have got it without the initials, but that's why we chucked them in, just to help you along. Right?
So what have you got for us this
so
week?
we've got 3 of them.
Oh, by the way, don't bother calling in Kate Bush, because Carl doesn't want to answer the phones. He says Kate Bush is not going to call, so it's all going to be nutters. So we apologise. He's got one thing to do. He didn't even get the sound right, because someone was complaining about they couldn't hear Steve. He's got to do Monkey News, which is always twaddle, and he won't even answer the phones now, so I don't know why he gets paid. He takes off Mondays, because he works Saturdays. He gets paid for Saturdays. He takes 5 weeks holiday a year.
Not off Mondays
and he moans.
Not off Mondays.
Wow.
Right,
what have you got for us?
Right then, the first one. There's a vehicle that sells kebabs. Right? There's a vehicle that sells kebabs. Initial D. Right? B.
Right.
Right? Have you worked that one out?
Of course I haven't.
Right, the second one. You're asked if you want that bit of the egg.
You what?
You're asked if you want that bit of the egg. You think about it, but we sort of decide against it.
And again?
What's going on there? You're asked if you want that bit of the egg. You think about it, but you go, nah, I go against it. Right?
I've got it. Is initials W or Y O?
Yeah.
Got it.
Right, so...
Okay.
That one works.
Right.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
And the last one, I don't think this burger will catch on.
I don't think this burger will catch on.
Yeah, and the letter there is M. So you just text or email in with the answers and win some stuff. What have we got?
We got some prizes. We got another box set of the League of Gentlemen.
This is instant gratification, but you go into a draw for something bigger. So what have we got today?
Yeah, well, today, this is what you're taking home today. You've got the League of Gentlemen, the complete collection on DVD. That's worth having, definitely. We've got Catterick, which is the current Vic and Bob show on BBC Two, which is good. The Aviator, the award-winning Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese biopic, and once again, Ladder 49.
We're giving that away again, are we?
Yeah. Apparently we got.
Did we get a job like those?
We got loads of them. We got boxes of them, stacks of them. Yeah.
Excellent. So
email in if you just want a copy of Ladder 49. I'm sure we could dig one out for you.
yeah. Or phone in, because Carl does not answer the phones.
Right.
And remember, the winner goes forward into the chance to win the big prizes, the signed Homer drawing, the signed Nigel Tufnell poster. And you go to rickygervais.com and see Matt Groening actually drawing that to verify it. But Lloyd Cole won't. Never anyone has it? Has it? Lloyd Cole, Impossible Girl on XFM 104.9. Wow.
Rick, I'm just reading an email we've had, and it is indeed true. Scores of naked cyclists will be wheeling around London today in a mass protest against oil dependency. The World Naked Bike Ride will see the arresting sight of up to 200 daring riders bearing oil in their cycle past some of the capital's most famous landmarks.
Have they got to wear an helmet? Are they against wearing a helmet?
Well, I think they're trying to make a statement, I would imagine. I don't know.
Well, they don't have to wear a helmet. It's not law to wear a helmet on a bike, is it? It's for your own safety. It's sensible. You're right, yeah.
Well, it's also sensible, so just pop some pants on. Just pop some pants on.
Are you going to be popping down there and cheering them on?
I'm not going anywhere near it. What are they going against? What's the problem that's going on?
Oil dependency. I think, generally we're consuming too much oil, aren't we, in the world, and it's going to run out one day, and we've not got any alternatives.
Talking of campaigns and things and that, did you see Sir Bob on Jonathan Ross last night?
Sir Bob Geldof.
Sir Bob Geldof.
Yeah.
Are you going to walk to Edinburgh or sail to France, Carl? What do you think of all this? The G8?
I think it's good that, he's doing some stuff for the world and what have you, but probably won't bother.
No.
Having a walk.
What do you make of all this campaigning? He's dedicated his life to this now, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I was watching him last night, and I respect the man. I mean, he used to work here, didn't he? Did some shows and that.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's all right that he can do it, but...
I assume that's not why you respect him. I assume you respect him because he's trying to save a nation, as opposed to used to work in XFM for a while.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it's good that he's given up a lot of his time to, try and save the world and that, but, there's a bit of me that's kind of like, is he wasting his time a bit?
Right, well, what do you mean wasting his time?
Well, he tried it before and...
No, wait. What he's trying to say is that the G8 are I think the 7 most rich, wealthy nations in the world, and Russia, and they get together and they can wipe out the third world debt. i.e. they owe us millions and millions of pounds, they can't afford to pay it back. So he's going to say, let's wipe the slate clean and pledge, I think, a lot more aid and stuff to them, isn't it? So what do you think of that?
But won't they just do it again?
Right, what's you thinking?
No, I just mean...
I knew I had a little diamond in the rough here. I mean, obviously, you know, I admit, I brought this up because I really wanted to know what Karl thought of it.
Sure.
Yeah, I had ulterior motives. It wasn't just for awareness, for the very worthy cause. It was because I know... Look at him looking at me. Look at him, he looks at me like a cat. Honestly, it's like there's nothing behind those eyes. Right, what do you mean?
They're just going to run up the debt again, you think?
Well, what I mean is, right, when I was a kid, right, and I wanted to go to the arcade, I'd borrow a quid off my mum, right, and she'd say, don't come back asking for more and what have you. But I'd have a go on a pinball machine or whatever, game on a fruity, and then go back, and she'd go, can I have some more money? And she goes, I gave you a quid before. And I go, I know, but I'm on holiday. And she goes, there you go then. And then I go off and do the same thing. I didn't go, no, I wasted the last one, I'm going to pop this in the bank.
Right.
So you think that's what's going to happen with...
That's a nice metaphor. So what do you think happening there? Is the Africans are blowing it down the arcade? Instead of putting it towards a fishing rod, they're blowing it down the arcade. I'm trying to win a watch. Look, I've got 100 goals. I think this thing is dodgy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win a fluffy toy.
That's what Bob's saying, you're never going to get the Snoopy.
You're never going to get the Snoopy.
It's always going to fall out of the little claw
It's
before it gets
rigged.
to
The
the top.
claw is not strong enough.
Yeah.
Do not waste it. No, Midge.
Midge, you have to write a song.
Write another song, mate. They've blown it down the arcade. Brilliant.
So that's your genuine logic, is it?
Well, I just don't know... if they put me in charge of it, I don't know what I'd do. I just think it's a...
Could I just say that will never happen?
No.
Could I just say to London,
yeah,
and anyone listening on
Sleep
Saturday,
easy.
yeah, don't worry, Karl is not going to be put in charge of G8. It's not going to be him, Blair, Chirac.
That would be a joy if it were.
That would be amazing.
But anyway, so let's assume some alternate universe you are in charge.
What would you do?
Monkeys, obviously, it's like Planet of the Apes. What are you going to do? You're the only, the only person with opposable thumbs. What's your solution?
We've done a lot of it, haven't we? We've sent, money out there. We've sent them clothes and that.
Yeah. I mean, have you?
It's gone.
You say we. Have you sent?
I've done loads for charity.
Go on.
No, loads. I've done loads of stuff.
Go on. For what?
I give stuff to Oxfam.
Yeah. What stuff you don't want anymore?
Yeah, junk. You mean?
Well, yeah, but it'll be all right for them. I mean, I said to you the other day, like when they collect clothes for over there, I don't know. None of my stuff's going to fit them well. But the thing is, I do loads of charities. I do loads of things like.
Go on.
I pay for tools. I do that thing, a monthly payment of £5, paying for, toolbox and that for someone out there. I help old people, which I'm going to stop, to be honest.
Why?
Because, do you know this thing I do, Steve, right?
No.
This is a £5 a month as well, right? I got stopped in Leicester Square one day. They said, there's a little old woman somewhere. She's cold. Are you going to help her out? So I was like, why me, right? So anyway... So they said it's easier if people look after one old woman, right? So
why me?
I've signed up to look after this old woman called, I don't know, call her name June or whatever, it doesn't matter. So
it does to her, but go on.
So anyway, so I'm paying this £5 a month, and the first £5, the first time I paid it, I got this thing in the post, right? And it had, thanks a lot, Karl. You're looking after June. Here she is, here's a little picture of her, and she's sat there, what have you, with a cardigan on and stuff like that. Every £5 you pay, it'll be cheering her up and, look after her, pay for her food and what have you. So, for a bit, you feel good, don't you? And you think, well, I've done my bit for the world. Anyway, 2 months later, get another package, right? Picture of June in there again. She's got a tan. So he's saying you're paying to keep her warm. No, they meant a week in Mallorca or whatever. And this is what I mean. People if they can get away with it. So whilst Geldof's there every year or every couple of years, going, let's do this for them, let's do that. I tell you what, I wouldn't get off my arse if I was over there. But that isn't having a go.
I don't know where to start.
That isn't having a go though.
What do you think? So what do you think? You think they're going? Don't bother.
getting a job or anything. Geldof will be here, like, Geldof will be, it's June,
I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult.
So you think Sir Bob should just wash his hands of the whole affair? You think it's a complete waste of time? Is that what you're saying? That you should just leave them to it? Just leave them to it, let them sink ever more into debt, ever more into hunger. You just think that should just carry on?
Do you know what I think he's saying? I think, now, I'm not putting words in your mouth. Are you saying they blew the last lot we gave them, they've got to learn a lesson? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Is that what you're thinking?
No.
What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking anything like that. All I was thinking is about this gig, it might have been better to do it, like, rather than, I don't know, ruining a grass field in Edinburgh and that, do it out in Africa, right? Get people out there, get the tourists up. Do you know what I mean? Get a load of people out there. They've got loads
I don't reckon he's going to get people to walk to Edinburgh. I very much doubt people are going to fly to Addis Ababa to see Coldplay.
Cheap flights and what have you.
Right.
Hot dog stands and that. Locals will love that, right? Job done.
Brilliant. Let's put him in charge.
Yeah, just for one day.
Let's put him in charge of Live Aid. If Bob Geldof is listening, I know you respect him because he used to work on XFM.
No, but
Bob, if you're listening, please, I would love, oh my God, a conversation, Bob Geldof talking to, forget Kate Bush, forget
That would be amazing.
Can Bob please call in and speak to Karl? No one call except Bob, so we know it's Bob calling. Right, get on the phone.
What's the phone number?
Can't we talk to him next week?
He might be busy next week.
No,
He's got stuff to organise.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We can talk to us next week. All right? I'm not going to go. I'll go through the phones. It's mental.
Play a record.
All right, what we're having? Bit of Killers.
Yeah. The Killers. Somebody told me on XFM 104.9. Tell you what. Talking of starving, I went to what is meant to be the best restaurant in the world on. Wednesday. Yeah.
Sure. You must be famished.
Well, Jonathan Ross. Booked a table there. It came out. I think he's been trying to get there for a while, and I think there's a waiting list and everything. Right? And
he's got an OBE. You're walking straight in.
He's walked straight in with that. Yeah. Me and Jane went along with him and Jane to the Fat Duck in Bray, as it was voted the best restaurant in the world. Okay.
Right.
And it was incredible. I mean, it's across from the restaurant and sort of Barnum. They do, just incredible food. But all the way there, I'm thinking, well, I can't eat stuff in normal restaurants. I don't eat red meat. I'm squeamish about things like seafood, anything that's a little got too many legs, or was a crustacean once, or feeds on worms. I knew that one of their signature dishes was snail porridge. So I'm thinking, I'm not going to be able to eat anything here. So I was thinking, I had something to eat before I went, and I was thinking that they better not have mucked around the bread, right? Got there, beautiful, and it was really quite fantastic, and I let them know straight away that I was a Philistine, and they really accommodated me. You know, I didn't have the snail porridge. They put mushrooms in my snail porridge, which was more of a risotto, and there's tasting menus and that, and it was really fantastic. But Jonathan, halfway through, on the way there, I don't like travel well, on the way there, he actually phoned me and said, why are we taking you to this restaurant?
Good point. Very good point.
They know, even if I go around there, they cook me sausage and mash.
Yeah.
Or, do you know what I mean?
Well, you have the palate of one of those kids from the Jamie Oliver school dinners program. They've got the lovely Jamie Oliver cooked, kind of ratatouille, but they're going for the sort of chicken Twizzlers.
What's wrong with chicken? I love chicken. I like the chicken I can eat. I'm squeamish about red meat. There's nothing it's a mixture of, it's not morals. There's only one thing I don't eat morally, that's veal. But the other thing else is just like, if it's got eyes and legs and things sticking out of it, or
but it hasn't got eyes and legs, things sticking out of it. What are you talking about? I mean, it just infuriates me. I actually got to a point now where I refuse to eat out with Ricky, because I can't, it just sucks the life out of me. It actually makes me depressed. I can't enjoy the experience. If you go to an awards do, they bring out lovely food, 3 courses, always and lamb. You're whinging. You're always
salmon,
whinging.
Which is hardly cooked, followed by lamb.
Lovely bit of lamb. Who doesn't think lamb is the best of all the meats?
Oh.
And you whinge, you complain, you look at Jane like a little boy who's like, oh no, why have you brought me here? You are just And I tell you, and I put it at the, I don't want to, badmouth people, but I suspect it's your family. I suspect it was your upbringing. I imagine, that if I came to your house, late 60s, early 70s, came round to your place in Reading, it would have just been the smell of chip fat.
Always
just
on.
everywhere. Pervading, just one of those chip fat fries that's just, like you say, constantly, 24 hours a day,
I used to eat
just
things.
bubbling away.
I used to eat beef and pork and that, and I used to have to, eventually, when I was getting sort of squeamish and getting older, I'd make her burn it so much that it was just like chewing on a piece of leather anyway, where I couldn't stand the sight of blood or so.
A salad in your house would have been
I'll tell you what,
a pickled onion and a packet of crisps.
No, a salad in my house, right, was when it was summer, we were out in the garden, lovely salad, grated cheese, grated egg, 2 bits of beetroot with your leaf, a pickled onion, and a packet of crisps. And that was a salad. But
now, is that? Do you agree that is probably the reason why you've got this palate? And I don't even. It's not even a palate. That's too nice a word to use for it.
I've got more squeamish as I've got older, because I say I used to eat beef and pork.
What do you mean squeamish? I don't understand what you mean. Squeamish.
If I suddenly think about it, I can eat like it has to be blasted. It has to be unrecognised to be an animal. You know what I mean? I mustn't see a bit of pink or a bit of fat.
So if we were in biblical times, and you're there, and Jesus Christ has just fed 40,000 with some fishes and some loaves, you'd be going, I'm not into the fish, JC.
I say take the head off, really cook it, take the skin off. I can see a bit of spine.
And unless that bread is mighty white, I'm not interested.
No. Yeah, but the thing is, what he hasn't said is, he gets frustrated because we have to go from restaurant to restaurant for something I can eat. But the reason we've only got about 3 restaurants to choose from are that because he doesn't want to spend more than a £5 at lunchtime.
At lunchtime? If I was going out of an evening, you'd spend a decent amount of wallop. But lunchtime,
Would ya?
You'd be happy to spend 20 quid on lunch. Imagine that every single day. There's no one out there who's eating lunch 20 quid a day on lunch. It's crazy. You don't need that much food at lunchtime because I don't know what happens. You go in there, you have some kind of Thai green curry for lunch. You're asleep by 1:30. We're trying to work. We're trying to write TV shows, and you're dozing off like one of those giant anacondas that's just eating a sheep and is slowly digesting it. It takes like 3 weeks.
He doesn't eat Carl. He does not like the spare. He'll walk a mile out of his way to get a sandwich that's mostly bread that only costs $1.20.
It's about value for money, Rick. That is all it's about.
You don't have to tell me. I remember
Oh, come on, let's having
an argument over that 50p that time. I don't want to bring it back up again.
Here's the situation, Carl. I lent you 50p, and you decided you weren't going to pay me back. It should be to my discretion if I say, don't worry about it, Carl. You should offer me the 50p, go, there's that 50p I owe you, and I'll go, don't worry about it, Carl. But you didn't even do that.
No, it's the way that you were, like...
I said, where's my 50p? You went, oh, you don't need that. That's not your decision to have.
I didn't say that. I said, I don't think I've got it at the moment, or whatever.
Rubbish.
And you're going through my pockets and that.
Rubbish.
50p. Ridiculous.
You've just given him a keg of beer for free, hadn't you?
Well, let's not go over it again.
I just think value for money is important. Like now, okay, so for instance, in the morning I have to get the tube, but you can get a travel card, zones 1 and 2, right? It's about £4.70, I think. But before 9:30, it's about £6.50. All right, and then at 9:30, when the clock ticks over to 9:30, it's £4.70, right? Now sometimes I'll get there, I'll be about 9:20. Now, you'd be saying to me, oh, just spend it. And I'm thinking, I've got 10 minutes. I'll perhaps read the paper, wait for it to click over to 9:30, and then I can get a cheaper ticket. Now, surely that makes sense. Surely that's logic. Don't you? I mean, if you were in that situation, Rick, if you were there, right, and you had, let's say you had 3 minutes to wait before 9:30, what would you do? Would you stand there and wait?
No, because waiting to me is worse than anything.
It's madness. It's madness.
I can't stand queuing. I can't say, no, I'd pay, yeah.
How long would it have to be before you'd wait? If there was like a minute on the clock to go, would you wait?
If they literally said, if you wait 30 seconds, I go, all right.
Well, that is the case. That literally is the case.
Okay, but not 10 minutes, no.
What about you, Carl?
I'd feel if it was 30 seconds, I'd feel flash going, I'd spend £3. But if it was like a couple of minutes, I go, oh, it doesn't matter. I just wouldn't.
Madness.
Yeah.
Think about how that tots up over the years.
Amazing.
Carl, what about you, Carl? Would you do it?
It depends, doesn't it, what your job is and that. If you're a doctor, and you've got to get to, go and save someone or whatever, you can't say, oh, just 10 minutes. Depends. Depends on the situation. Depends. Most of the time, I've got to get in work early. I can't be hanging around till half 9.
But you don't know, do you? I've called him when I was filming. I've seen him do one day, right? I've seen him for one whole day. He went away. He fell asleep at 7:45 in the bath because he was knackered. So, he has 5 weeks holiday a year. He's taking the piss.
XFM.
Feeder. Pushing the senses. Quite food-related. sort of show, isn't it?
It is. Thinking of gluttony, did you see in, I think it was Heat magazine, it was former Pop Idol winner Michelle McManus.
Oh, yeah.
She's lost a lot of weight.
Oh, yeah, she's lost 5 stone, hasn't she?
Please see that the headline was, I used to eat 12 packets of Doritos a night. At night. 12 packets of Doritos. I just like the idea that you got to 11 packets, and you're thinking,
one more,
still a bit peckish.
One more, do it.
Yeah. yeah.
Oh,
unbelievable. But someone sent in a couple of odds and ends news stories, they've gleaned off the web, and apparently Britain's fattest family have shed 23 stone.
One of them died?
Between the 5 of them, between the 5 of them, the Phillips family from Worcester weighed more than 100 stone.
Jesus. Well, how many are there, though?
They spent 5 of them, and they spent £300 a week on food. An evening meal consisted of an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet and another ice cream stop at McDonald's. The mum, she was generally happy, like Karl is, but she said she used to get upset when she couldn't buy clothes for her kids because the shops didn't stock anything above XXXXXL. It says here, it says Mitchell, 13, was the heaviest of the 3, weighing at 27 stone. By the age of 4, he was Britain's fattest toddler, weighing 10 stone.
Is that competition still going?
He broke 5 bikes. He broke 5 bikes by buckling the wheels.
Oh, that's
I know you're always
embarrassing,
kind of fat kids, Karl.
Chasing an ice cream van.
Yeah.
But the bike just fell apart.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe now he's on that nude bike ride, because he's lost some weight.
Oh, that would be painful, wouldn't it? If one of them buckles.
Yeah.
Well, I've got another food-related item here. Now, Karl, I got a little email via my agent sent from someone here, okay? So sent from someone at XFM, okay? And I won't say it was, she just said, I thought this might be good for Ricky to use on Saturday. And obviously what happened is Suzanne has sent you an email in the week. It was Wednesday. And you've returned it, but I think you've returned it to the wrong email address. You returned it to someone here who, of course, immediately forwarded it to my agent for ridicule on the show. Don't panic. It's nothing that bad. Okay. It's an email from Suzanne talking about your tea that night. Was Suzanne out on Wednesday night?
Was the an England game or something?
Yeah. So you were alone. You were home alone, were you, Wednesday night?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your meal? Was it a quiche?
Go on.
Right. From Suzanne to Karl. Take the quiche and put it on the baking tray. Cook for 30 minutes on 190. Take lettuce and put on plate. Take 3 tomatoes, wash and chop into quarters. Place on lettuce. Take an avocado, chop in half. Remove the stone. Peel skin and slice. Place on salad. Put salt and pepper on and a dribble of olive and balsamic vinegar dressing. Right? In brackets, small bottle behind the cafetiere. Right, in case he's reaching for bleach.
Yeah.
That's it. Just put everything else away. Right? Then sprinkle a smidge of parmesan on top. Remove quiche from oven, cut into quarters and put on plate. Eat.
Oh, wow. Does she have to do that every single time? She's out.
No, it's just that I'm not that good at cooking, right? And to be honest, that was a lot of hard work. I didn't bother warming it up. And I did without the avocado.
Why?
Too much messing about.
He didn't even do that with instructions. It was too much.
But yeah, I'm not that good at cooking. And
Did you that's not cooking though, is it, Karl? That's
heating up a quiche. That's cooking it is making the quiche.
Yeah, but I'm just.
Could you have figured that out if she hadn't left that note for you?
Why did she have to tell you what the olive oil and balsamic vinegar was?
Because I've put sort of cooking oil on my food once, and I said, oh, it's a bit. It's ever since, right? Years ago.
I'm gonna die.
Years ago,
leaving Mr. Magoo at home.
It was ever since I put sausages in the toaster that.
What do you mean?
I nearly set the flat on fire. Because, do you know, like, when you're grilling food in a pan and all that?
Yeah.
Sort of sausages spit and it goes everywhere, doesn't it? And it makes everywhere greasy.
In the toaster.
So I thought, well, just want to warm them up.
Yeah.
Bung them in the toaster.
Yeah.
What
And
happened?
she sort of caught... Well,
they got stuck and they sort of caught on fire, I imagine.
She came in just as I was sort of plunging it, and Matty came in from work. Said, what are you doing? I said, I'm in sausages. Well, the oven isn't on. I know, they're in here. What, you turn it off? Panicking and that. But I've never been into it. I've never been into cooking and that. At school and stuff, I didn't bother doing it.
Oh, every time Suzanne comes home, she must think, please be the house still there.
Yeah.
Please not let me hear a fire engine as I come round this corner. Oh, God. She comes and goes, oh, God, thank God. I bet she's always happy to see you when she gets home and you haven't burned the place down or introduced some howler monkeys or something. Unbelievable.
What I find extraordinary is there are people who are in sort of care in the community who don't need instructions on how to prepare food.
Oh, they do. They can do it. Yeah, you show them once.
Yeah,
they do. Whatever you do, don't put sausages in the toaster, Johnny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they've learnt it.
They don't put sausages in the toaster.
Yeah. What do they put their fingers in? But, yeah.
Are we doing Rockbusters answer?
It's what London's waiting for.
I'll tell you what, we'll play a song and do
Why not?
Rockbusters, yeah.
It's worth waiting for.
Have we still got Monkey News to come?
Yeah.
Oh.
Roxy Music with the old Dylan classic Hard Rains on XFM 104.9. Mixing it up, just mixing it up, mixing and matching. We've got Neil Young, we've got a bit of Roxy Music, we don't care, do we?
They're all right bang up to date with some of the latest tracks from Feeder and the like, so...
Yeah, big time. But it's what we've been waiting for, is the Rockbusters answers.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, give us the clue, give us the answer.
Right then, first one.
Hurry up, because we haven't got long for Monkey News.
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. First one. There's a vehicle over there that's
It's changed.
selling kebabs.
Oh, it's changed, go on.
Initial D.
Yeah, what is it?
That was Donovan.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Yeah. That
Good.
works.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Second
That's a
one.
real clue.
Well, they got it, like they always do, so they're always real clues. Second one. You're asked if you want that bit of the egg, right? You think about it, then you decide against it.
I think I know this one. What was the initial again?
Y-O.
Is this John Lennon's wife, Yoko Ono?
Yeah, that's right.
I think that was her name, Yoko Ono, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Yoko No.
It was
Yoko No.
No, you've got it wrong. You're thinking about it. You're asked if you want a bit of the egg.
Yeah.
You go, yolk. You think about it. Oh no.
Oh, so you say it twice, you stutter. So
No,
it's
no,
Yoke,
no.
Yoke, oh no.
No, you didn't
No, her
wrong.
name's Yoko Ono, though.
Yeah, Yoko
Yeah.
Ono. Listen to the clue again.
Okay, no.
Listen to the clue.
So what you say is, do you want this bit of the egg? You think, oh, got the yellow bit. No. Yolk, oh no.
That's
Yolk,
right.
oh no. Yolk, oh no. Yolk, no. Oh, yolk. Yeah, go on, brilliant. Yeah, okay, yeah, Yolk, no, yeah, go on.
Works perfect.
Next, yeah.
And the last one was, I don't think this burger will catch on. That was initial M.
Yeah.
McFly. Right? So, there's your three clues.
What's
There's your three answers.
it won't catch on.
Well, who'd want to eat that? You know what I mean? It's like a Mac burger or whatever. Mac chicken. McFly. Don't want one. Put it back. I'll have a chicken. Right? So who's got the three then?
Well done to Ian Shillham from Mansfield, who's got all those answers right amazingly. And he wins all those great prizes, including Ladder 49, starring Joaquin Phoenix and John Travolta, which I don't think anyone's ever seen.
There's 49 of them.
And he wins that, but he also goes forward, as you say, to the big draw, which will come up at the end of
It's
our little
to
run.
win the signed Homer saying I like Carl because he's stupid like me, and you can see Matt Groening drawing that. To know it's real on rickygervais.com, and you can win that and a signed Nigel Tufnell poster.
Brilliant.
XFM.
It's a Ricky and Steve classic on XFM, Sugar, If I Can't Change Your Mind.
Brilliant.
So listen, it's time, isn't it? We've only got a few minutes left, so you better play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that. Monkey News.
So Monkey News, if you've only just started listening to the show. Oh, you poor fool. Monkey News is where Carl reports for us all the latest monkey activity.
A headline or a word or someone he overheard in a pub and then totally embellishes it and makes it ridiculous and impossible. He believes it though. He believes every word he's saying. Let me say that when you hear this, whatever it is, I haven't heard it, twaddle, remember, Carl totally believes it. Go on.
Right, so anyway, right, I think it's in LA this happened. Right.
I think. Why does he think?
So these people are in a restaurant having a lovely meal.
Is one of them short and hairy, but it goes totally covers from top to bottom in a spacesuit, so he didn't know it was a monkey?
It's not one of the customers, one of the waiters?
So they're having a lovely dinner, probably one of the best sort of dinners they've had, right?
Yeah.
So the waiter comes over, and it's like, can we just say that I had a lovely meal and that?
Right, it's the chef.
Of course it is.
So,
Can we see the chef?
Yeah.
So can we just, see the guy who cooked it? Of
course.
Yeah, short fella, hairy.
So the waiter said, to be honest, the waiter said, look, he's busy, he's got meals to cook and what have you. He hasn't really got time. He said, only take a minute. He said, no, I prefer it,
So this is a restaurant in LA that serves brilliant food.
I'll pass your message on and what have you, right? So
he sends for Monkey POI.
So it's a bit odd. Anyway. So they go out, right? They go out to the car and they notice the kitchen door's open.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course they do, because they're going to discover something that I don't know.
So
they're going to discover. Just out of interest, where did this chef train before we see him or reveal, what he might look like or like to eat?
Anyway, so they pop their head in and think we'll just nip in and go, love fruit salad or whatever. Yeah. So they stick their head in.
We better see the human chef.
You never guess what?
Go on.
Monkey stood on a chair, right, cooking veg. Right, so anyway, they're like, what's going on here?
What do you mean? What do you mean he's cooking veg? What is he doing with it?
Well, he's stood on a chair by the cooker and he's chopping stuff.
Oh, he's chopping as well now. It's just isn't it? Yeah.
It's got a little, he's got the bosses in there. They're like a bit shocked. So he's a bit panicking because he's got this monkey working for him. So they say to him, "What's going on here? We didn't know this is what's going on. Why have you got a monkey cooking stuff?" So he said, "Well,
incidentally, a monkey, I should point out, who probably doesn't need instructions from its girlfriend."
Forget it. 104.9 XFM. You all right? This is Karl, producer of Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant. They're not about today. Ricky's on holiday. Steve couldn't be bothered. So I'm left here with all the DATs. That's a digital audio tape of all the shows they've done since they've been here over the last, year and a half or something. So we'll play you some of the best bits. All right, so here's the first bit.
I've said in the past to you, Rick, that my grandparents, so I love them dearly, but it's like for the last 30 years they've been waiting to die.
I know.
It's like they just sort of, it's like, the novelty wore off of life.
Life in the 50s.
Yeah, they got kind of bored of it. Life, in the 40s, it was brilliant. All sat around the old Joanna's, the bombs fell, singing. They loved that. The 50s, that was great as well, because that was the post-war years. It was, it was a bit tight on the pocket, but it was all right. Everyone pulled together. And then the 60s came along, all the crazy music, the funny hair.
Let's stay in bed.
Exactly. They basically stayed in bed. And it was one Christmas when my grandmother said to my dad, "What do you like for Christmas? What do you fancy for Christmas?" And this must have been, I don't know, 20 years ago. She said, what do you fancy for Christmas, Ron? And he went, "Well, I could do with a nice big kind of warm winter overcoat." She said, "Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, because your father will be dead soon. It's what you can have his." Meaning my granddad. Well, to be honest with you, my father's still waiting. Which is good news. Good news for my grandfather. Less good news for my dad. He's freezing.
He's freezing. He finds out, how is he today? He's fine. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm freezing.
It is such a weird mindset, that. I think that to me is what sums up people from that older generation, the 40s and 50s. And it seems to me that you've got that kind of mindset. It's like you were born in the 30s. And whenever you talk of your childhood, it's like you had like a baked potato to take to school. And a hoop and a stick is a Christmas gift.
The other thing is, I think that that sort of generation, it seems that the man is dependent on the woman. There's a total dependence.
Oh, absolutely.
If she dies, he's done.
Yes.
He's done for. Just pine away. If he dies, she's got 30 years of pottering.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And going to the youth club and the church.
I know what you mean, yeah.
It's sort of like that. It's sad. Of course, it's sad for them, but it's not the end of their life.
No, sure.
And it sort of is the other way around. I don't know why that is. Yeah. It's terrible.
That's a little melancholy thought for.
I know. I've really you brought it down. You've brought it down. I've brought it. This isn't a nice show at all. This is terrible.
Well,
we're gonna have people just killing themselves.
What? Right, you ready then? So, just in case you haven't heard it before, I'll give you some initials of a band or an artist.
We're not doing Rockbusters now, are we?
Yeah, I thought, well,
we keep that going. Then we got. I love educating Ricky. That's my favourite thing now.
Well, what do you want to do, Steve?
Let's do the clues.
It's just like he's sort of bigged up the prize.
And so this is only by email. Give the email address out now for people to write it down now, Karl.
Right, it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Only entries on email.
Yeah.
You're going to get 3 clues. You've got to get them all right.
And you win all the
You win all those prizes you said. Okay, Carl, go on then.
Right, and just a quick example, one of the first ones we did, it was like AK, and the clue was exploding pet, and it was atomic kitten, right? Yeah. So you understand how it works now. These are your clues. The first one, that army has got some well nice trenches.
That army has got some well nice trenches, excellent.
Yeah. And the initials there are DW.
Do you write some of the questions for 15 to 1?
Go on.
So that army has got some
similar phrasing.
Trenches. Okay.
Okay.
The second one.
What were the initials there, Carl, on that person?
DW.
DW.
Yeah. Right. The second one. The top of them curtains are all wrecked. All the materials all worn.
He acts it out though. We've got to get him on telly. We have got to get him on telly because his little face and his gestures.
That's the second one. The initials being HV. Okay. The top of those curtains are wrecked. All the materials all worn out. Right, HV. And the final one is the final clue. I was in Texas the other week, right? I tripped and landed on my knees in a puddle.
What's the initials?
WH for that one. So I was in Texas, I tripped up, landed on my knees in a puddle. So that's WH.
Incredible.
You've got it!
Is it great?
It's fantastic! It's decimal.
Okay, tell me during the record. Do you remember you're playing for these compilation albums? We got the Fatboy Slim DVD, Linda Green on VHS, and of course Executive Decision starring Kurt Russell as well.
Oh God!
So, Steve, do you want to pick a winner?
I've got a winner when you give us the answers.
Okay, so the first clue was that army has got some well nice trenches.
Yeah.
That was DW.
Who's that?
Dandy Warhols.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
All right.
It's good, yeah.
The second one, the top of them curtains are wrecked, all the material is worn. HV, that's Holly Valance.
Oh, he got a phone call for a woman saying I haven't heard it, and he was talking to her off air, and she went, what is it? So-and-so them curtains. She went, right. He said, you know the thing around the top of the curtain is a palmet, not a valance, and he went, cut her off.
Yeah, but my auntie's always making balances on everything. I'll tell you about that next week, right?
I'm looking forward to that.
Right. Is this the one that farted for 5 minutes?
Yeah, the very same.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll talk about that. I was in Texas, I tripped up, I landed on my knees in a puddle, WH, Wet Knee Houston, right?
Wet Knee Houston.
Yeah. So,
you're a maniac.
So, who's a winner?
We've got Pete, Catherine and Laura in Newcastle upon Tyne. They're listening online, I assume, and they're
on Sky Digital.
Those great places. And remember, they got loads of stuff. They got the DVD here, they got Linda Green, they got Stone Roses, they got another compilation, and Executive Decision.
Can't concentrate now.
Oh, well, he's all stressed because the lady from MTV's here. She's going to film his little face. So the things he said in the week, he was so worried. He's got worried about the spot on his head. That won't come out. Just you got your best side.
It's on that side. That's all right.
Yeah, the camera's out. Look, he's getting nervous now. Okay, Carl, ignore the camera. Okay, just ignore the camera. Okay, now me and Steve have done our research for you, and we've got two amazing things to tell you. What should I tell him first, about the baby or the?
Well, they're both equally fascinating, so you choose.
I'll tell you the crab thing first, right? Steve actually saw this thing in The Guardian in the week about our research thing, and then we looked it up, we looked into it on Friday, and it is incredible. Right, listen to this. There's a thing in a bay in New England, right, where it's like the biggest, they make silicon chips and stuff for computers, right? And because of the data protection thing, after they've done them, because they have to destroy the plates, right, where the information's sort of put onto them, but there's still flakes of silicon. They sort of grind it down straight away, and some of the flakes got into the bay, okay, but some of the information's still on even the slight granules of silicon. Anyway, gets in the water, and silicon is rather like a carbon derivative. I reckon if there'd been life on another planet and it wasn't carbon-based, it'd be silicon-based, because like simple sugars and proteins, it's just COH and that, and it can work with silicon, right? Anyway, the crabs have been taken up, they're still in the water, and they looked out on the beach, and over years the crabs have started sort of putting themselves in formations, like geometric format, and they couldn't work out why they were doing this. And when they put them in the experiment, they sort of like chopped them up, and they found they'd taken on silicon, and it had sort of got into their brain, and they were downloading information. They picked up little things, because it's just chemical
electrical impulses had got information off the silicon chip, and they were interfacing it. But this is the amazing thing. One bloke sort of thought of this, and he thought, well, if it's a simple computer with a brain, if it's just a simple sort of electrical thing, then maybe there's sort of we could get it down. So what they did is they made a thing called a biointerface. And they put it into the crab's brain, just a really simple brain, so it's measured on Mangala, right? And it got impulses from it, and they were getting, like, computer readouts, just flashes of, like, symbols and geometric things, right, on this screen to read the crab's brain. And it was stuff like, fragments of a...
what made them do this in the first place?
Because they saw the crabs behaving differently. They were behaving differently to each other. They were just like... They were, intelligent, and they were sort of solving problems and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, when they downloaded the thing, it was like they found one of the secretary's names where it had been on the silicon chip, where it was just like a flash of a computer screen. But the most amazing thing is, they downloaded a memory, right? It was like a snapshot where it had been burnt onto the retina of the crab, just a snapshot of something, and it was like a picture of the beach, like a couple of years ago, right? And they also did, incredible, it was like just a digital black and white sort of thing, so they could see what the crab had seen.
Amazing.
Jeez.
Amazing.
So
intelligent crabs.
What are they doing with them now?
Super brain.
Well, they think this is the upshot. They think they could use it as spy crabs, because they could get these crabs. Also, the other thing is, as generations went on, right? So they put a crab in the sea or something, right? Lots of crabs in, and then as generations went on, a newborn crab, they downloaded the memory, and it had the memories of its great all together. It had every memory that any crab had been related to it beforehand, because it passed it on. It just passed it on.
So not even ones that had been eating the silicon stuff.
Yeah, no.
These are just like ones that have had kids.
Yeah,
and they've got like,
and they know so you'd know everything. Your everything right the way back.
So would that work if we ate silicon?
Well, I suppose so.
So what are they going to?
Well, they can use them for all sorts of things, though. I mean, that's what's incredible. I mean, I don't know how you train it particularly. I don't know, it'd be quite tricky to train, but I'm assuming if they can do it that way, then presumably they can give it certain silicon information, which they can then plant in it, if you like, within its sort of food.
Also, if you get them onto enemy beaches, you'd have like 1,000 digital cameras just
taking around. You could get Osama bin Laden or someone.
They don't understand the information they've got.
No, they don't know they're doing it. They just download a message.
So it's not like you could torture them and they wouldn't be able to sort of give you the information, because they wouldn't know what information they had, because they're just. But
the first crab they downloaded, they just kept seeing the same picture of a big crab feeding it, which they
really,
yeah,
wow, that's what, like its mother crab or something.
Yeah, just memories of it as a child.
But they're not in colour, presumably. Because
no, it's all in black and white. It's just a digital camera, because it's just they don't see in black and white, so it's just like a I don't know. I think it's burnt onto the retina or something. And the only one that they kept were the ones they saw a lot of the time.
Wow. I mean, in a way, some of the educating Ricky I've got for you today is on the similar lines.
Right.
Oh, you've got to be impressed by that. You've got to be impressed by that.
That's pretty good. I mean, I'm interested to see, what they do.
What they do with what the crab developments are.
But that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, just digest that information, because that's not even the most impressive one we found.
I think it is.
I suppose it's pretty impressive, but the next one's maybe more shocking.
Okay, right.
But let's play a tune, and Ricky's got another extraordinary.
Okay.
4.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant. It's the best of. You've been voting in all week, sending your emails, so here's the clips that you wanted. Wu-Tang Clan and Gravel Pit, we love that, don't we?
I love it, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Classic track. We're talking about embarrassing stories and stuff, and I don't know if I've told this on the radio before. Have I told you, Carl? I'm not sure. But this was when I was working at the BBC. This is not even long ago, and I'd moved to London, and I was fairly new in London. And I was working at the BBC, and I had this BBC hire car, and I've never told it. If there's anyone listening who works for the BBC, I don't know if I can still get in trouble for it. But this BBC hire car, and it was like I'd been ferrying kind of actors and people and production people around all day in this car. And I was driving back, it was quite late, it was about sort of 7 or 8, and I was driving back, and I pulled in to get some petrol to fill up the car every day. And I went into this garage to fill up some petrol, and I was there, and two blokes came in a white van, right? They pulled into the forecourt, and I was filling up the car, and they went, "Hey, do you want to buy a couple of speakers?" And I said, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you the reason. It was like I was so flattered that they thought I'd be the kind of bloke who would A, need some kind of classy speakers, and B, would like to buy them on the sly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, they like the
They've
fact
seen me. They've seen I look a bit of a hustler.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm a street sort of guy. You can see by the way I use my walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe my luck. So they drove behind the garage, the little sort of garage bit at the back, and I went round there, sort of casually went round there, sort of locked the car, went round there. He went, open the back. He had two speakers in there. I said, are you sure these aren't knocked off, mate? He went, no. We work for Dixon's. This is the story he spun me. We work for Dixon's, right? And we're delivery men. And if we make a delivery and the person's not there to sign for the goods, then we have to bring them back to the warehouse. But if we can sell them on the way back, then that's really good for Dixon's.
Dixon's must love that.
And instead of thinking, are you sure some kind of troubleshooter didn't, did someone going to go into Dixon's and go, you're not getting in the garage forecourt market?
Jones.
Exactly.
Get a couple of lads in a white van.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I sort of bought this story, and I was a little bit dubious, and I went, right, let me hear them then. And he wired them up to the car stereo, and boom, 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 they're playing. So it was some groovy hip-hop. I was thinking, great, these guys know what I'm into. Yeah. And he's giving me the talk and stuff. And I said, I'm a bit worried these are knocked off. He went, no, listen, we got a bloke at Dixon's who can confirm this is fine, right? Phone him up, use my mobile, right? And quote this reference number, right? So I phoned out, and I goes, I go, hi, some guys here in a garage forecourt trying to sell me some speakers. Just wanted to check. He went, it's fine. I went, should I just read the reference number or whatever? He went, if you want. And X14, and I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what that was, don't you? That was actually Mr. Dixon himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, well, they sound great. They're giving me for a knockdown price. I'd say they were like 400 quid. They were like 200 quid or something. It was a good bargain. I was in the market for some speakers as well. Yeah. So, while they were loading
it's
them
all kosher. I phoned Dixon.
Exactly. I phoned Dixon. That's fine.
Yeah.
So while they're loading them in the back of the BBC hire car, right, I'm in there paying for the petrol, right, and the guy who's serving goes, right. He goes, what were you doing around the back with those blokes? Right? Because obviously there's security cameras filming this whole transaction, right? And he goes, what are you doing around the back? And I went, brilliantly, there's some old mates. Some of my mates were just having a chat and that. He went, oh, right, okay, like giving me obviously the evil eye. So I went back to the van. So I'm in the car now and I'm driving with one of the blokes who's in the van with me because I didn't have the money on me. So I had to go to the cash point to get the cash, right? So I'm driving with him and the other guy's following me in the van and he was like a northerner like you and he's giving it all the, all right, I tell him my girlfriend's a DJ. She's got some of these speakers. They're fantastic. And he's giving me this. And then my mind starts working. Now that I've got a bit of time to think, I'm thinking, wait a minute, this all sounds a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
It dawned on me, Rick.
Fool, are you? You're streetwise.
Exactly.
You're streetwise, Steve.
Not only that, I was thinking, how am I going to get them home? I've got to drop the car off at the BBC. How am I going to get these huge speakers back to where I live?
And how can I pay for them? Because I've just spent £100 on Find the Lady with a couple of blokes in the square. It seemed like a fair game. Some of his friends were winning.
But so I explained to him, I said, I can't get them back to like Brixton where I was living at the time. He went, don't worry, give us an extra 20 quid, we'll take them home for you.
Oh, that's good. Deliberate. They do a whole service, you see. And there's also a backup guarantee. Did they have the guarantee, the 3-month guarantee?
They didn't.
No.
But I said, I'm not sure about that. He went, well, why don't you put them in a cab, send them back, and your housemates can collect it? I was like, oh, no, there'd be no one in. And I was beginning to sort of get a bit conscious of like, maybe this was a bit of a scam after all. So I pulled into like a little side road. And I said, I'm not sure I'm into this now, actually. He went, what are you talking about? It's 200 quid for a pair of speakers. It's a bargain. You never get a bargain like this, mate. I'm going, not too sure, actually. I don't think I want them. He went, 150 quid, mate. 150 quid. I went, no, he's 100 quid now to you. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, this doesn't sound like the kind of work that Dixon's would be doing.
Dixon's don't do that when I go in.
This is it.
Dixon's never negotiate in that way.
When I go there, look around and I leave, they go, where are you going?
Exactly.
I go, no, we'll have anything then. Have anything for a
So
quid.
I stopped the car and the white van pulled up behind me with his mates in.
Sure.
And I said, can you get them out? I'm not interested. And he went, 100 quid, mate. And he was just going, you tosser. You obviously want some speakers. And he was having a go at me. So I was carrying the speakers out and putting them back in the white van. And he was just shouting at me. He was going, 70 quid. I was like, 70 quid from 200. This is ludicrous.
You realise that wasn't Dixon's policy then.
Exactly.
They don't usually shout you tosser as you leave the shop and walk down Camden High Street. They're not usually shouting you tosser.
You should have took the offer of like the monthly payments they've got on at the moment.
So I eventually put them in there and I sort of knocked the deal on the head and I got back in my car and they were in theirs and I just looked in the rearview mirror and they were punching the dashboard like with aggression and venom, like we let that deal slip through our fingers. And I've never been so terrified in my life. I just sat there and I was just thinking, oh my God, all I was thinking now is what if I go back to the BBC and they go, we've had a call from the police, the man at the garage, he saw you doing a dodgy deal.
I love it. Well, what you do is you put the hire car in a drain in your front garden and then go in and out of the toilet just pouring bleach down or Ajax and they never know.
Right then, which leads us nicely into
knob news.
Oh, it's the welcome return of knob news.
Right, okay, it's very much like the news at 10, this, isn't it? I do a bong, or in this case a schlong, and he gives me the headlines, the knob news of the day. Where have you collected all this knob news? Was there a lot of knob news this week?
It was mental this week. The amount of stuff. The way it works, you give us the bong,
Yeah.
I'll give you the headline.
Okay.
Steve decides which stories we're going to talk about.
And now on XFM, knob news. Schlong.
Man grows knob on his arm.
Schlong.
Man gets doctors to make him a second knob.
Schlong.
Turkish prisoners made hole in cell wall to produce third inmate.
Schlong.
Doctors accidentally remove man's testicles.
So, well, can I straight away go for the accidental removal of the testicles?
Well, it's happened before, hasn't it? We've talked about that before.
Well, how does it, what did he go in for a tonsillitis? What are they called? Tonsillectomy. And he went in the wrong way. What are you talking about? How can they accidentally remove his testicles?
It says, he didn't look at his folder, and the doctor said to the fella, "Oh, we've removed your testicles and we wanted to take out your prostate gland." So that's what happened. There's the story. This is what I mean. That's why I don't like going to the doctors.
Yes.
It happens, doesn't it? Because all these sort of it's when they say things like, "Oh, it's just we do loads of these operations." That's when they're not concentrating.
Brilliant.
Do you know what I mean? When they say it's procedure, that's like having a boring job that you do every day when you're not going to be concentrating. I prefer them to go, "This is a tricky one, this."
I know what you mean. I sort of do know what you mean.
You watch TV programmes about, like, you know, removing someone's second head or whatever, and he's like the best surgeons from all over the world.
It's televised. They can't make a mistake. They can't go, "We took his legs off by mistake."
Whereas the fella who's having a prostate's like, "Oh, do you want to do it? I'm sick of doing that."
Yeah.
And they're probably doing a crossword whilst they're at it.
Of course they are. I've seen that actually in operating theatres. They're doing a crossword.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I was just examining some of the other knob news, Rick, a little bit more closely. Man gets doctors to make him a second penis. I'm sure we're all interested to know what happened there.
Yeah.
A German who persuaded doctors to give him a second penis has lost his wife after he showed her the result. Biker Michael Gruber lost his original penis in a motorbike accident, and doctors built him a second one using a mixture of skin, bone, and other tissues.
Bone?
Apparently, the penis worked so well that he was even able to father a child with his wife Bianca. But Gruber was still not happy and asked doctors to repeat the operation and build him a better organ, to which they agreed. From his hospital bed, he said, "I've got 2 penises, but no wife. I'm hoping when I get rid of one of the penises, I'll get her back."
What do you mean? Sorry, he had 2 put on.
What side does he wear?
So he's had both. So he's had 3 then.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is probably the thing that happened with Hitler when he had 1 ball, but he had 3 at one point, didn't he? So he just kept one in the Albert Hall, gave his mum one, and kept the other one.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right, there's this monkey, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think his name was number 6 or number 7 or something, right? In this lab, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, it's in there with, like, you know, the rabbits and little mice and stuff like that. And
The rabbit smoking.
the nurse, right? The nurse, not the nurse, the woman who works in the lab. What would you call her? Is it a nurse?
Depends. What depends what her job was. If she was a lab assistant, you call her a lab assistant.
All right.
I mean, they probably call her by her name.
All right, lab assistant, right?
Kirsty.
So she's,
I think it's probably Kirsty.
Right,
Kirsty Morris.
well, she's in there, right?
Yeah.
And she don't work with many people and that. She's mainly on her own with, you know, just putting lipstick on rabbits and stuff like that, right?
Chim fancies her.
So,
Chim fancy her. He's putting on lipstick. Chim fancies her because she's got hairy legs.
He gets pally, right, with this woman,
Yeah.
because, you know, it gets to a point when she sees him every day.
It's the way he sort of tries to string out like it's a narrative love story. Did the chimp put its hand out and grabbed her, and then you thinking that he made a move on her?
So
Right, come on,
he's
let him
allowed
tell the
out. He's
story.
allowed out.
Oh,
the
it's not a
cage.
story, is it?
He's allowed out the cage and what have you every day. So he's wandering about, and as time goes on, he's watching what she's doing more and more. Right. So he notices, like, the code on the door. Right. Right. Whatever, 247 or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, right, I've clocked that. I've got
Yeah.
that. I'll remember that. Right. And then he goes, right, there's a lot of
Definitely
lipstick and that knocking about a lot of makeup.
Right, okay. No, there's no way.
Finish.
No, because
So-
Steve, you know what's going to happen.
Let him finish.
I know what's going to happen.
So he's there.
It's ridiculous.
And he's going, well, if it's there, you know what I mean? So while she's messing about with the rabbit, he gets there, he's in front of the mirror, putting a little bit of lippy on. Right?
You are no! I know. It's gone too far. No, it's gone too far, Steve.
Right,
Your mic's off, Rick. He's finishing
Right.
the story.
So-
Turn mine off as well.
It's gone too far.
Turn him off. Just let him finish.
Right, so the thing is, right, it's this monkey wandering about. It's got lipstick, it's got mascara on, it's looking pretty
I
good.
didn't mention the mascara.
It's looking all right, right? So it knows the code on the door, 247, right? So when she's sort of messing about with the rabbit, right, he goes, right, here's my chance. He's looking good, 247, out the door, through the reception man's there. He's like, all right, Kirsty, right?
Don't talk shit.
I Feel Free from Cream. That's pretty much the last track, isn't it, guys? I imagine on XFM 104.9.
Well, I mean, yeah, I've got nothing to say after that ridiculous story. I mean, that's worse than the bank robbery to me.
Yeah.
That he clocks out, and the bloke on the desk. All right, Kirsty. Oh, you're 2 foot shorter and hairy.
She wasn't a looker anyway. So.
She wasn't a looker anyway. Brilliant. That was Radiohead and They're There. We're Not Here. All right, pre-recorded. Coming up is one of Carl's little things. Enjoy it. All right, that's Aqualung. Good time's gonna come, innit? Right, Carl, come on in, educating Ricky. So, don't let the cat out of the bag. That's where that comes from. Comes from a crafty butcher. Right, go on then.
So the next little headline is Wash Up With You.
What's up with you? Go on.
You want to know about that?
Yes.
It's a survey that they did this week.
They.
Yeah, some university did some survey.
Brilliant.
Did a world test on washing up,
Yeah.
and each country were given 140 pots to clean. Brits were the quickest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turkey were the slowest at washing up.
The Turks.
It's not because the little fellas that work in the kitchens with no, is it?
They can't reach.
Spain were the cleanest, and the Germans were pretty good as well. So.
I don't know where to start with this. Honestly, Steve, I don't know where to start with that. Sorry, what was that? Wash Up With You, that was it. But was that it? They survey of washing pots and
I
pans.
didn't understand. You said Italy were the cleanest.
No, Spain.
No, Brits were the quickest.
Yeah.
We were the quickest, but Italy was the
Spain was
cleanest.
the cleanest.
Turkey were the slowest.
Yeah.
Spain were the cleanest.
But why weren't we clean then? Because we were washing up. Why were we not paying attention to the?
We
bits
did it
of dirt
rubbish. We
bristle?
did it quick.
We did it quickly, but I don't
Hold on,
understand why it was being rated on.
Who was doing it? Was it Lynette Newman or Ainsley Harriott?
She's quick. Both of them are quick.
Yeah.
Well, they've got like kind of loads of slaves that do it for them.
Did we use fairy liquid?
Don't know. It didn't have.
Did we
all
use a
that.
who bunch of Boy Scouts?
Didn't say that. Just
Like
said, it just said, that.
Who had the
Who
softest
volunteered
hands?
for that?
Who had the softest hands?
So it didn't say. I didn't.
Why is it we don't get notified that this is taking place?
I don't know.
When I was a kid, no one ever said, we need recruits because we're doing a survey on who can wash up the quickest.
Are you disappointed in yourself with that one, Carl?
It is pretty dull, to be fair, and that is why we've got to bring in either con merchant or a wine merchant.
Or shut up at your face.
Yeah.
Would you be able to, if I put you on the spot in the next, sort of after the next record, would you be able to give an example of how con merchant would work? I mean, is there something you could do just to sort of experiment?
Should we play a record?
What do you reckon,
I can do better than that.
What?
Ads.
Go on.
Do you know why people tink the glasses before they have a drink?
Why they tink? The verb to tink.
I do know that, Carl. Is it about poison?
It is.
Here we are.
What, would it make a different noise?
No.
Brilliant. Go on, explain
Why?
it.
You explain it, Steve.
No, don't Steve. You explain it, Carl. Go on.
Oh,
I've started, so I'll finish. Come on, Carl. Explain why they tink the glasses.
Ages ago,
Yeah.
only people with money had drinking or something.
That's like one of my film reviews.
years ago. Welcome to History Now. Now, ages ago, only people with money had drinking or something.
Keep going, Carl.
Keep going.
Like spirit and stuff. So they'd it's like businessmen. Businessmen.
It's easy for you to say. This is getting to be cruel, isn't it?
This is amazing.
Yeah, go on.
Why did you open your mouth, Carl? What were you hoping was the best that could happen?
Because you were trying to make me look stupid before with the planet, so
Whereas you know.
Yeah, go on, no, come on. Businessmen with money have got to drink and ching. Okay, so then, with all the drinks...
So they'd nip round to have a chat about whatever they're earning money with. And they'd say, right, do you want a drink then? And they'd go, oh, yeah, that'd be alright.
Yeah.
So, rather than, like, just pouring it out of a bottle into a glass and saying, there you go, it could be going, hang on a minute, it could be poisoning me here and trying to, like, nick my business idea.
Yeah.
So what they'd do, it'd sort of pour a bit of his drink into the other person's glass and you get that tink noise. And that's like cheers, you know.
No, Carl, I just have a slight amendment there. I think what it was you're absolutely right that they would then test each other's drinks to show that it wasn't poison. But over the years, that was reduced to just chinking the glasses by way of saying, let's not actually bother going through the whole rigmarole. They just did the chinking of the glasses.
Yeah, that's good.
It was exhausting though, wasn't it?
I know.
Was it worth it, do you think?
Well, I like that, because people carry that with them now. When they do that, they'll think, oh, that bloke's definitely not trying to poison me.
Yeah.
So the horrible thing is that now, when I do the glasses, I can laugh and go, they don't know I've poisoned them.
Exactly.
You should always do the pouring back and forth. It's a shortcut, it's a slippery slope. You know, just be careful.
His homework was to come up with those stupid lateral thinking problems.
We maybe should give an example of the.
Romeo and Juliet. Right, Romeo's asleep on the bed, Juliet's on the floor, covered in water and broken glass. What happened? And you ask all these stupid questions, and it's Romeo's a cat and Juliet's a goldfish. Again,
awful.
What am I thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on then, Carl.
Right,
Yeah.
there's a bloke lying on the floor, right? He's cut his head, blood's coming out of his head, and all his mates come running up, and they're all stood round him.
Yeah.
And they don't take their hats off as a mark of respect.
That is outrageous.
Why didn't they take their hats off?
I'm laughing, but it's probably as good as the real
absolutely.
ones. A bloke's fallen with his... Yeah.
He's lying on the floor.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
His mates come running up.
Was it important that his head was cut?
I don't know. I mean,
Would it have been okay if he'd have been wearing a hat? He wouldn't have been dead if he was wearing a hat.
What's your answer?
No, you're meant to answer a question. You don't just go, what's your answer? You say, where's the turn? So you go, no, and I have to guess. It's obviously like sort of motorcycle stunt team or a parachute.
Why didn't they take their hats off?
Because they're probably still on the motorbikes or something. Or...
Well, yeah, but if you mark a respect to someone, you could take your helmet off.
I'm getting angry.
What? They're parachutists.
Why couldn't they take their helmets off?
Because they're
coming down from the sky.
But he's on the floor dead.
Well, but they can look down and see him on the floor.
Are they on the floor, Carl?
They're on the floor as well.
They're walking, are they?
Yeah, well, they sort of stood there looking at him.
They're stood there.
Yeah.
They're stood on the floor looking
They're
at him.
soldiers.
Why? But why? If
Because it might be in a battle zone. They might have their helmets on, and he's been shot in the head.
No.
Well, that does work. You see, this is my point. That one works. That one works. Unless you give us a piece of information where that doesn't work. What's the difference? Why is yours different to he's been shot in the head in the trenches, and they're looking at him and they keep their helmets on?
I just don't think it matters as much. If they're in the trench, they're already guarded a little bit, so they could take their hats off. It's the best mate, for God's sake.
Okay, he's dwelling on this. Are they normal hats?
What kind of hats are
Give you
they?
the answer.
No, don't get ratty.
What kind of hats are they? Baseball hats?
If I told you what sort of hats they are, you'd have the answer.
Wow. Okay, I've got to guess what sort of a hat it is then, have I?
Right.
Is it a trilby?
No.
Is it a bowler?
I know what it is.
What?
They're spacemen.
No. Oh, that's a good
That
one.
one works as well. This is my point.
I like that one a lot.
It works. He's fallen on the moon, and not that the moon happened. It was set up, wasn't it, in the studio? We know that. Yeah. Okay, Carl. What's your answer?
Builders on a building site.
Why is that different to soldiers?
Because bricks don't fall in wars.
But bullets fly.
Right.
Let's play a record and we'll come back to it, Carl, while you think about what you've done.
Oh yeah, you've embarrassed
Let's play
yourself.
some classic Suede.
Yeah, and this is for David and Kieran. I think you wanted a bit of Butler. That was Jane's Addiction. This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
This was a clip show. We recorded this a couple of weeks ago. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. It's not over yet, because tonight at 9:50 is the second part of The Office Christmas specials. It's brilliant. Watch it, and we'll be back next week live. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant. Bye.
Have a great new year.
But if you want, I'll pay for you to take history again.
Carl, we'd love to see you get a C or above. And
Well,
we're
I'll
willing
pay
to...
for you, and I'll get you some books. Right, now listen. We can, let's get, I reckon, when are the exams? June?
Something like that, yeah.
We'll try and register next week, and I reckon you can get an A or B.
I'm
history.
I'm
In
busy.
history. No, don't worry about it, it's just easy. I get you Brody's notes. If Heat magazine, they love you, Carl. They could probably sort something out. They could probably pay for a tutor. They got a lot of money, they sell a lot of magazines.
I mean, it is always, almost always, and you found that out, I discovered this, it's always the Tudors and Stuarts. There's no fear for them not coming up. Now, what do you already know about them? You must already know stuff about Henry VIII and Elizabeth.
No, because it's too long ago to even get interested in. Do you know what I mean? You can't.
Is that why you
relate to
didn't-
it.
Okay.
The Anderson thing, it was like, God, you know, I bet my mum and dad were in an Anderson shelter. You know, this is interesting.
What, when they-
Oh, my granddad would have, like, had something to do with this. But the Tudors, it's like, I don't know even if they had a family back then.
Play a record! We come back
Hang
to
on,
this.
hang
Sorry,
on.
Steve,
Just because I need to introduce the new feature.
Yeah,
for the
I
record.
don't know if I had a family back then.
Carl, listen, let me
Genius,
just
Carl.
ask you now, right? If you can finish this sentence, we've got a chance. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded.
Died. What is it?
We just need to do a little bit of work, but otherwise I think you're going to be fine. It's how you remember what happened to Henry VIII's wives.
They're little...
Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded.
It's like spam. Support... What's it? Support, protection, anchorage, movement. That's how
You're going to that's nothing to do with the Tudors
No,
and
nothing to
Stuarts.
do with the skeleton.
Yeah, see, no, we're not doing biology.
Mnemonics and acronyms. and
What happened to Henry VIII's last wife? Did she die, or did she not die? Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded.
Do you know that the only king that has got a moustache is... No. The only king that hasn't got a moustache is the King of Hearts on the playing cards.
Carl is genuinely... I don't know if he's actually upset or embarrassed, but it doesn't matter. Why does it matter? You were 15 and didn't go to school.
If you were my friends, I think you would have just said, oh, we can't find them.
Why? But you just
What's
matter,
that
though.
to do with that?
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's ridiculous. Do it again because you want to learn, because there's great things in the world to learn about. Don't worry. Look, GCSE is vocational. Is vocationally for a 15, 16-year-old to go on to do A-levels or whatever, or to get results. But you don't need that because you've done very well. You don't care about the Tudors and the Stuarts. I mean, you know.
I mean, I've had a couple of jobs, not this one, because you don't need qualifications to get a job.
Obviously.
In the radio.
It's obviously a
You're
job.
absolutely right.
But the ones that I have got in the past, I did, because I didn't collect them, I had to lie. And I didn't like go mad. I didn't say I had A's and stuff. But I didn't put history down because I didn't even know I did it.
So it's a bonus.
I kind of treated myself to like a D and a couple of C's and that, so it's like, well, he's not...
I love the fact that Carl even then was honourable. It's like, I'll at least put down the ones I think I took and lie, but the ones I didn't take, I won't lie about.
Yeah, and don't give yourself a B. If
Exactly.
they're going to find out you lied, give yourself a B
No, well,
next
it
time,
could
Carl.
backfire, couldn't it? I mean, my brother's a bit mental, and he used to do things like go for jobs and say, oh yeah, I've done this before, like being a mechanic, and he's never even picked up a spanner, and yet he'd have the confidence to go and try and fix cars. Well, I'm not that daft, but God, and he...
Who do you blame for this?
That's just an easy way out. I have to blame myself. Don't I?
Yeah.
What was the teacher like?
Well, there's loads of different ones. I didn't like... I mean, the history teacher, it is my own fault, because with her, she's a bit mental, and I used to kind of stop the lesson by saying, oh, miss, tell us about your fireplace you've got that is made from a gravestone. Because that's what
That
she
would
had.
stop any English teacher in their
No,
tracks.
and she loved telling you about it. 'cause
Yeah.
It was like, oh,
I learned
brilliant.
that from a
So
teacher,
that's why
yeah.
I didn't know about divorce, head loss, and all that.
Yeah.
Dandruff legs.
Because-
Horse, head loss, dandruff legs.
But remember now, divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. That's all you got to remember.
And what's that?
That's what happened to Henry VIII's various wives. In order.
What does it spell out?
No, it doesn't spell out
anything. You just got to remember the rhythm.
In order in which he married.
Yeah, but it helps. It's like when my mum taught me the alphabet. She taught me as like a song.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah, consonant. Yeah. No, not like that.
Huh.
That's how everyone else could do it, and I couldn't do it that way.
What tune did she do it to?
It was A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I feel like, feels like Christmas Day.
What, you didn't get the gift you wanted?
Yeah, do you know that, like, anticlimax?
Yeah.
When,
you've been looking forward to it for so long.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I mean, I knew you were looking forward to it. That's why it took you 14 years to get the result, and then it was 2 other people that got them for you.
Do you wish that we hadn't done it?
No. It's alright.
It's alright, isn't it?
What's your girlfriend going to say?
I don't think I'll see her again.
She likes a man who knows about the Tudors and Stuarts, does she?
Yeah, first gladiator, then the...
Yeah, you've been bluffing. Whenever she said, "Where did you go to Stuarts?" You go, "Good." Like, lots of things, but look, there's a bird.
What happened to Henry VIII's last wife?
Oh, I wouldn't... oh, yeah. Oh, look, Friends is on telly.
Friends is on.
No, I just changed the subject by saying things like, you know, about the only king in a pack of cards.
That threw off the scent.
That threw us off the scent.
That wouldn't fool an invigilator, would it? That's the thing. You can't use that one with an exam board.
I'm always looking at stuff. I was looking at stuff this morning because of Yoragella last night. eating all that funny food and that, and also they all got a bit scared last night, didn't they, with a snake?
I didn't see that. So is this I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here?
Yeah, he got all worried about a snake getting on the sort of wandering about in between the sleeping bags and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were all scared, and it's so easy.
Leave it with me. Sorry, the doctor says, leave it with me. Leave it with me.
Well, they were all scared because there's a snake, and it's so easy to find stuff out. Before they, where are they? Where is this jungle?
Australia, I think.
Before they went, give it half an hour on the internet. I found out with snakes, you don't need to worry, right? They're deaf, they haven't got any ears.
Right.
So as long as you're really quiet, it'll probably leave you alone.
Yep.
And also, they don't have eyelids. So they were suggesting if one's coming towards you, just like kick sand in its eyes. Because it can't blink, and it leaves it a bit like annoyed, and it wanders off. But they didn't do any research before they went.
Yeah.
And that's
I think your knowledge would hold you in good stead. I don't think you need to know any more than you know.
You know, you've done maths, you think?
Yeah.
Did no revision for that?
No.
Okay. English, do you remember what it was? Did they ask you about Shakespeare? Did they ask you about
I
books?
remember, but I must have done it because I thought that was...
It was English language, not English literature, wasn't it? So it was like...
spelling and all that?
So was it like a comprehension? You read a passage and had to ask questions on it? Was it... did you have to write a short essay?
I don't know, I can't remember any of that.
Okay.
I did a science.
Okay, physics or chemistry?
Physics.
All right, well done. And this is all you think?
You actually took that? You actually took physics GCSE, you think?
You're obliged to do a language, I think. Did you do French?
I did French for a bit.
I don't think you are. I don't think you have to do a language.
I think you have a GCSE, I think you've got to.
Well, English quite good. I think that's his language he did.
So you don't know about language? History? Geography?
Just what you will find out, won't we?
Okay. But you just can't remember. I can't believe you can't remember turning up for these things, because it's quite a big moment in people's lives. It is the thing that you've been working to all of your educational life.
On the day that the things came out, I was working at as a printer.
Okay.
And it was a really busy day.
A lot of spelling mistakes.
It was a really busy day, so you're bound to forget.
Yeah.
No, but I had to use gold ink that day.
Oh.
And it's, I mean, you're not a printer, so you don't know.
No, that's the biggie, innit?
But it's tough, you've got to really get your rollers clean.
Karl, play a record, mate, and good luck with the exam results. Hopefully we'll have them for you by next week.
It's time to give Karl... You're actually nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. Just to recap, Karl is 30 this year. He never went to get his results of his GCSEs. So myself and Steve took it upon ourselves to phone his school, track them down, and we actually got your results. What did you think you took?
Did English.
Right.
Maths.
Yeah.
Art.
Right.
And I think I did physics.
Okay. Well, you didn't do any of them.
Eh?
You didn't do any of them. You didn't register. You registered for one exam and took one exam and got results for one exam. So I don't know what you thought you were turning up to, or you weren't registered, or you didn't.
You're familiar with the notion of registering for an exam. You have to kind of officially register in order to be eligible.
What do you mean, register? I turned up for a couple.
Yeah, you can't just show up. You have to register for them.
You have to pay this because it costs the school money, so they have had to have paid for you if they thought you were going to pass. You can't just turn up on the day and ask for some paper at the front.
I never got a letter telling me that.
Well, that's because you were never at school.
But you did somehow register or registered for one exam. You registered for history.
It's a topic that you've always been interested in.
I was saying to Ricky before, World War II, I loved it.
Not the actual event.
No,
the
but
study
just
of it.
all
You
the
mean?
stuff like, about the Anderson shelters and stuff like that.
Yep.
And the bombs and that. And then when I took it, it had nothing to do with that. It was more about the Tudors.
So the Second World War didn't come up. You mean there were no questions about the Anderson shelters?
Nothing.
That's devastating.
So
what are you expecting the result to be?
is that seriously? Is that it?
Yeah, it's the only one you took and registered.
As far as the school is concerned, or
yeah.
certainly in
Well, it's the
terms
only
of
one
what
that
they told
counts.
us.
It's the only result. It's the only one that counts. Yeah, you've got.
I don't. Did you register for yours?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got certificates and everything.
So what? Do you do that before the exam? Do you have to go somewhere and sign something, or?
Yeah, you don't check your results and then decide if you want to register. It's not like Millionaire when you look at the question and go, I think I'll take the money.
Yeah.
You go.
No.
But anyway, you must have registered for one, or maybe your teacher put you in for
Well, I didn't do it.
They must have been confident. They must have been confident. They must have thought your best bet was history.
Right. So, what did they get?
You got an E, which I think, technically, is a pass.
E.
It's a bad pass, but there's F,
How
and there's
much
You're not going to be doing a PhD.
you can get an F, right, which is fail, and then a U, which is ungraded. Now, I don't know why the U exists, because F means you failed. U is like them going, you not only failed, but you wasted my time.
So,
We're annoyed that you took this exam.
so you thought they'd register me to get an E?
well, they didn't.
Well, they didn't. I think they were hoping. It was rather like you with the lottery. They were hoping for something better than
You
nothing.
see, I assume that the man who registered for that thought he can scrape an E if Anderson shelters come up.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. You've got. Now, what I'd like to do, Carl, is I've started your re-education. You've read a book on Rasputin. I'll be asking you a few questions about that later. I've got another book for you to read next week. Next week,
I'm not in the mood.
What?
Not in the mood.
Oh, come on. Look, what's that? What does that say?
It's that fella. It's the picture of the bloke that he used to use for Citizen Smith.
Yeah? Che Guevara.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was quite happy, I think, when he found out that Robert Lindsay was involved. He went, yeah, of course you can. No worries, yeah.
What are your feelings, Carl? What
do you think? Are you
emotions
depressed?
I'm just a bit annoyed because I'm sure I turned up for more, so it just wasted me time.
Listen, they don't matter.
I'm sure
you're doing very well. You know, you can educate yourself. GCSEs are merely a step on the ladder to help you, not just for education, but, they're more vocational than anything else. You're doing very well, and you're reading books. Don't worry about it. Clocks from The Coldplay on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, and back, Karl Pilkington.
Hey.
He's raring to go. It's nice when you have a bit of time off, isn't it?
Yeah, how long have you had off now
About
then,
3
Carl?
weeks.
About
About 3
is it?
weeks, yeah. We can't do that because we're sort of self-employed and we'd be letting people down, but it's different when you get paid anyway whether you turn up or not. But good to have
I'm never off ill.
No,
it's the
good-
first time I've
No,
ever been off ill. Like,
Well, no, I mean, just you're off 2 weeks and then you're off.
No, I just wish I was the kind of person who could let down an audience
I know,
of regular
really, yeah.
listeners.
yeah, but like I say,
Well, no, we spoke to you. You weren't that bad. A cold, you don't go home for a cold. We were discussing this last night in the pub, and you don't go home for a cold. Okay, then, so moving on. What have we got then? We've got some
Wasn't
great
cold,
songs.
though.
I've brought in the Smiths. I've brought in Buzz Cox. I've brought in Neil Young. I know Steve's got some hip hop.
Some great hip-hop.
I've got
Hooray!
some great Elvis Costello. It's going to be great. Carl, come on, concentrate. You've been away for 3
it's
weeks.
just annoys. No, stop saying that.
What?
Because you're annoying me now.
Why? Oh,
Don't
what
know.
are you do? Go home ill? Oh, he's annoyed me. Oh, has he? Yeah, I got and I'm a little bit annoyed. Can I have some time off but still get paid? Yes, of course you can,
Steve,
Carl.
right? He called me up, winding me up about this, and right, I'm 30, right? I'm 30 now. I can only remember being off 2 times.
Oh, his memory's going as well. You had some time off.
And both of them were when I was at school.
School? What's school?
One when it was windy,
Why did you have time off? Because it was windy.
But to be honest, Carl, that lasted for 7 years. Your time off at school.
Why did you have time off? Because it was windy.
Were you windy, or was it windy outside?
No, it was like when
Your auntie wasn't out the window, was she?
when the winds were bad in the 70s, and my mum said, "Oh,
What? I remember space operas and flares. I don't remember the winds being bad in the 70s.
well, my mum just said you might get blown into the road, so don't." Go.
She had so much faith in you, didn't she? As a human being.
Is that why she got fired from the pie shop? I'm not coming in today. I might get blown into the road.
God.
The funny thing it was, right, Steve? They had this thing going at school because a lot of people used to wag it back then. Right?
Used to what?
Wag it, sort of not go in.
Yeah.
Right.
And they sort of tried to make it interesting for you by giving you an
education,
a certificate if you did a full week.
Reward for the rest of your life with achievement. That sort of carrot.
And also, like, let you go home at 3 o'clock on a Friday.
Right.
If you'd done a full week and that.
Yeah.
So it was lovely weather all week. Then it just sort of changed on a Friday. And I got up and it was all windy.
It's always
My mum
windy
said,
for Friday on the 7th, isn't it?
don't, if you don't go in because, you might get blown into the road and that. So I said, alright, then I'll stay off. And,
so why did you told you to hold on to a fence or walk you there? What's this? Don't go out.
Immediately give up.
I love this getting blown into the road. Is that based on your cats that kept getting blown into the road?
Well, so I got to school on the Monday, right? And the teacher said,
Took you a
right,
long time.
today, to punish you, you're the only one who wrecked the whole week, right? Everyone else came in. You didn't. So everyone else is going home at 3 o'clock today. But you're not.
Brilliant. Serves you right. And
I wasn't bothered though. It was great because I said, well, you'll have to stay with me, won't you? And it was great. So all I did for half an hour was doodle and stuff. It was great that afternoon.
Yeah.
And that was ages ago. That was like when I was about 8. And that's one of the times I was off ill.
Yeah.
So it was,
but that wasn't even ill. That was wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's a bit different when you're
to be honest with you,
world though, Carl. You can't just not turn up because you've got a bit of a cold or you're a bit fed up. I mean, we had an appointment 4 o'clock Thursday, wasn't it? And he had to call it because I cancelled it. Meeting went on a bit late. Time management. Get things done. If it was important, you'd get it done. Play a record, Carl.
Pull your finger out, please.
Elvis Costello, Alison. What a great track that is. Beautiful. Well, Carl, we'd better tell them all the new great features we've come up with in the time you were off.
Right, well, we've got the film thing still going.
Okay. Yeah. That's where you take a lead role or a major role in a Hollywood blockbuster, which we then give away on VHS worth $6.99.
And something new we're trying out because Rockbusters
He's dead, thankfully. Yes,
is it's gone for a bit.
It's over.
Crosswords.
Oh, this sounds intriguing. Where'd you get the idea from? What's the basic format of this?
Right, what I've done is I've take like a popular saying from the show.
A popular what?
Popular saying, something that crops up quite a lot in the show.
In our show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing that sprang to mind was there's this hairy Chinese kid.
Oh, classic.
But more commonly, it would be something like, Carl, you're an idiot.
Yeah, play
Carl,
record,
you
you're
idiot.
a fool.
Carl, you're a fool.
Oh, what did you mean? You let us down again.
Yeah,
You
Carl, where have you been?
Yeah,
oh, you've got a headache, have you, Carl?
Yeah.
You better lie down.
Oh.
Typical phrases like that,
Yeah,
sure.
typical phrases like that, yeah.
Carl, you're a loser. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And what I've done, I've got a load of different songs and took words from the different songs and then joined them together to make There's This Hairy Chinese Kid. And then people have to email in and say what the 5 songs were.
It sounds like the most complicated game ever. I'm looking forward to it. Have you heard any of this, Rick? Because I've not heard this at all. I'm not familiar with this.
Well, all it is, it'd go like, Hairy Chinese Kid! And it's from sort of 4 different songs.
Right.
And you've got to identify the songs.
Right. Wow.
How many songs in this, Carl?
5. There's This Hairy Chinese Kid.
Okay.
Right.
So,
And what are the prizes for that? Are these the prizes?
Yeah.
All right, well, let me tell you what they are. They're not too bad, actually. We've got Live Forever, which I assume is a CD that ties in with this new film.
think of that! A well-known phrase from the show, and it's Hairy Chinese Kid.
Yeah.
Where would you
There
hear
is no
that
other radio show in the
life? This is... Go on.
If you've just tuned in, I mean, what are you
do
thinking?
Think if you've just tuned in? You're going, well-known phrase from Shaw, Hairy Chinese Kid. Oh, yeah, classic. They'll be playing that in charades this Christmas.
So yeah, this is a CD that ties in with this new film Live Forever, which is all about Britpop, and so there's stuff on there from Oasis, Blur, Pulp, etc. We've also got another Red Dwarf DVD, Marion and Jeff, first series of that, excellent. That's on VHS, sadly, but never mind. And also the very best of Led Zeppelin, a 2 CD set there with all the classics on. So that's not bad prizes, actually. Carl, you've done yourself proud.
We've upped it. We're getting serious now. We're playing in the bigger league. We've upped the stakes. And we want Heat Magazine not to, lose touch with us just because Rockbusters is gone. Yeah. I think they're still behind us.
So we've got film. You appear in a film. We've got crosswords. How is that to do with the crossword?
Because I've got words and sort of cross them.
Okay.
Right, you don't really cross them. But, good. So words. We're playing a game called Words. Word Song. Hello and welcome to Word Song.
And obviously I imagine there'll be some more great music.
But we've got a new feature, haven't we?
Which one's this?
Are we doing within the Monkey News, the new feature?
Oh, Steve.
I'm excited. Monkey News is my favourite feature, so what have you added to it?
Explain it.
Right, well, there's been loads of stuff going on in the past few weeks, right? But for the times when I struggle, when sort of monkeys have had a quiet week, and there isn't that much news going on, right? Come up with this thing. I sort of speak to an expert. I've spoke to him already.
You spoke to an expert, a monkey expert?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I ask him a question.
Wow.
Right? The feature, it's got a good name. That's the way I work.
Yep.
Cheapest chimps. Right?
Okay.
And what I do, I ask them a question about, how much does it cost to, keep one? How much does it cost to, feed one for a week?
Yeah.
All this sort of stuff. So I give out like a monkey story, and if that isn't enough for people, they'll also learn something else at the end of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So like...
It sounds fascinating, can I say right now?
Yeah.
That's just some of the things that we've come up with. Play a record, Carl.
Please still continue to listen there.
Yeah. Richard Ashcroft. Buy it in bottles on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
Carl, I need the phone number of your girlfriend. Let me explain why. I was lucky enough, once again, to be on your quiz team this week. Ricky...
Still to beat me. He's still to beat me with his team, yeah. Second I came.
The gang here and some friends, we sometimes go down to a pub quiz in the local area, and I was very nicely, I was invited by Carl to be on his team. Twice now I've been on that team. Ricky's always on another team. And what can I say, Carl? Do you mind me saying this now? Because I've analysed the team, and it's very much your team, and you've put the team together. You've recruited some excellent personnel. Your girlfriend's very, very good on the team, as is one of her work colleagues. And you normally bring in, someone like myself. I like to think I'm providing something with the entertainment section. I seem to remember last time I answered at least 6 or 7 questions that other people hadn't got. So I felt I provided something there. Carl, I rather like John Harvey Jones, who used to be called in to sort of troubleshoot companies. I see why you are not winning ever, and it's a rather pricey contest, isn't it? It costs a tenner to enter per person, and unless you get in the top 3, you're not going to get to see your money back. No. So I think you're going to maybe need to step down from the team, because Carl, I am not sure. You consider yourself a kind of player manager, but frankly, I'm not sure you're providing enough.
Right.
See, this is funny, because as bad as I imagine you are, I don't think Steve would make it into my team, so he's getting a bit cocky here. I want to know what your opinion of him, because he's told me he's great on it.
Well, you bang out of order, first of all.
Okay.
Do you have a good night when you're with us?
I tell you what, I wish I hadn't lost a tenner every time I've come down. That would have improved it.
You point out there about the football analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Ferguson, when did he score a goal?
Right.
He doesn't. He tells the others how to do it. Right? That's
he
my
doesn't
role
take up one of the 11, though, does he?
No, exactly.
It's not like you can only field 10.
Yeah.
Because we only got 10 again. I want to be in the 11.
Exactly. He's not running around in midfield, falling over.
Yeah, shouting, "Oh, what have I told you?"
Yeah.
No.
Right. I'll admit.
And there's a limit of 5 players. We should explain that. That's the point.
Yeah, there's only 5 players on the team.
So.
It was pretty tricky on Tuesday, though, wasn't it? It was one of the tougher...
Tell everyone the one question you got right.
Something about...
Well, tell us the answer. The 2 words you had to say to get the answer.
Danny Minogue.
Danny Minogue. That was what you provided, Danny Minogue.
Is this valuable?
Well, no, not really, because there was at least two of us who also knew the answer.
Oh, well,
we gave him. No, exactly. We gave it to Carl. We massaged his ego. I just feel Carl.
Do you know what? I feel a bit bad now because I just sort of had a crushed face. Then.
Can I just tell you right now?
He just can't believe this.
Can I just tell you right now? I think the problem is this. I think there's that precious fifth position that is not being filled at the moment, I think, consistently enough by a decent player, right? You've got a solid team. I'm thinking if you want to remain on the team, you are going to have to pull your finger out and find a fifth member that is going to provide, and I'll tell you where the weaknesses are. I can tell you right now, mate. The weaknesses are natural history and science. Something which Ricky Gervais is scoring on week in, week out on his team.
There is a few.
Now, if he was available for a transfer, we could be fine. But we've got to find someone to fill in that space. Otherwise, I'm either going to quit, or you're going to have to step down. Because I don't think I can be on a team where there is these obvious deficiencies. There are visible deficiencies.
And, you know, the £10.
That's £10. I'm not made of money. That's once a month.
I've seen him depressed for 2 hours when he lost £20 at a casino after 5 hours playing.
Don't bring that back. Don't bring up that again.
Yeah.
That story.
He doesn't like wasting money, Carl. You know that.
What do you think? What's the solution? We've got to think proactively now. We've got to sort this out.
See, there's always other things going on in my mind when I'm in that pub quiz. For me, it's just a little bit of fun.
Sure.
It's a night out. Do you know what I mean? Suzanne enjoys it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a get-together. We have a chat beforehand.
Yeah.
We have a bit of fun. Yeah. But there was other things on my mind.
Carl, I could do that here. I don't have to lose a tenner.
Wait, what were you thinking during the quiz then, when the questions were coming out? What were you thinking of?
Well, what it was, right, just before the quiz started, I had to go to the toilet, right? Because the rule is, right, people who don't go to it, once it starts, phone's off, no more toilet. They take it dead serious, don't they, right?
Yeah.
So, I went to the toilet. Now, I'm not being out of order here, it just got me thinking, right? I went to the toilet. The gay fella in there, right?
There was a gay fella in there?
Gay fella in the toilet. Now,
how could you tell?
How did you know?
Just typical, you know, everything about it, right?
Everything about it, right, yeah. Oh. What, large handlebar moustache, leather cap.
Butt plugs, amyl nitrate. Could I just say that these views do not reflect the views of the management of XFM or me and Steve.
Or most of the people in this country.
Go on, Carl. What's your problem?
Yeah, but this is what I'm worried about, really. But this is why I only got Danny Minogue right. Right? Because this was floating around my mind. Went to the toilet.
Gay icon,
now,
isn't she?
Go into the toilet. They have like men's cubicle and they have women's cubicle.
Yeah.
Now, without sounding out of order, is it wrong for me to think gay men should have their own little cubicle?
Go in.
They should have their own... Well, not cubicle, you mean an actual toilet, I suppose.
When I was at the urinal, normally, you know, there's a fella there and then you go, all right. And there's no pressure. But I couldn't go. I was thinking, should I wait? If I go into the toilet, it'll look obvious.
Yeah.
I had loads of pressure and this was going on.
What were you worried about?
I'm so sorry.
What were you concerned about?
Viewers? I'm so sorry.
Well, it's like, right, listen, when I was a kid, right, and it's alright for you to go into women's toilets when you're a kid, it's like, oh, it's a bit cute, right? As long as you're not, like, over 15 or something, right?
Right.
But when I was a kid, I went into a toilet, and women, when they use their little cubicles, they don't shut the door. Some of them just sit down on the toilet, right? And you see everything. And, no, seriously, that's probably one of the first times I saw, like, a woman.
Yeah.
That, right, and my Auntie Nora when she was staying over.
What happened with your Auntie Nora?
She was, she's into wearing caftans.
Into wearing what?
You know, caftans.
Oh, yeah.
What are caftans?
Big, bellowy sort of dresses.
Right.
And, I used to sit on the floor at home in front of the telly.
Sure.
She was on the chair behind.
Yeah.
She did a bit of a, sort of a Sharon Stone scene.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
There was no underwear?
No.
What age were you?
What was it like?
What age were you?
It was like a ripped tennis ball.
What? Right, we're off air. Either that or put us in for the Sonys. Iced tea. That's how I'm living. A bit of old school hip hop.
Where's RT?
Good point, yeah.
Go make me a cup of coffee or something.
Well, before you do that, can I just qualify something? I'm a little bit concerned about your toilet discussion. What exactly is your point again? I was just a bit bemused.
You see, it's a tricky one. All I'm saying is, right, there I was at the pub quiz. I go to the toilet, not thinking about anything. I try to go, right? There's a little gay fella next to me.
I love this little gay fella.
Now, the weird thing is, there's nothing stopping him having a little glance, right? Because he's allowed in the fella's toilet.
Yeah.
Now I'm not allowed to go into the woman's toilet and have a little look round.
Right.
So all I'm saying is, should they have another toilet area?
What, for gay people?
Yeah.
And so this would be gay men and lesbians? Is that going to complicate things?
Well, I mean, I can only assume. I mean, to what point? I'll ask you a question, right? If you're intimidated, that's a shame. But you know, most gay men aren't looking at your knob. You know that.
What do you mean?
I can only say that 99.9% of gay men who use a urinal standing next to what they assume is a heterosexual man aren't looking at his knob.
And what they're doing then?
They're emptying their bladder.
No, but the thing is,
I can't talk politics for Carl.
You're saying, like, you know, about would you have one toilet for lesbian women and gay fellas, right?
What does that mean? Would it be mixed? Would it just be?
Well,
would it have a man on one? That's heterosexual man. One little picture of a woman, the other, and then what? What would the little icon be?
A man and a woman?
A man and a woman.
Just having a chat?
Yeah. In pink and dot lines.
But you couldn't mix them, because then what would happen is you'd get people who are going, oh, I'll play up to this a bit.
What, pretend to be gay?
And yeah, you know, sort of grow a moustache and shave their head.
And pretend to be a lesbian.
Right. Yeah. So, I see, so you know people pretending to be gay so they could go in and have a look at the lesbians?
Yeah.
Right. So that would mean that we need 4 cubicles now, would we?
Yeah, no, this is fine. 4 cubicles.
So every pub
How
now...
many toilets do we need at
Every
the moment?
pub's now got 4 toilets.
Oh, Carl, bisexuals.
Yeah. Now, interesting.
Bisexuals. How many toilets do we need now? Call the council.
Do you use any?
Huh?
No.
No, because they're interested in everything, aren't they?
Because the little bisexual fella will be looking at your knob.
Right, with them,
Yeah.
what you do, you just have a door, you open it, and there's one urinal there, so you can't get a queue. They have to sort of wait.
I just thought that, well, why can't there just be a thing between the urinals so no one can look at anyone else's knob?
Wait a minute. Just to go back to Ricky's point, what stops, even if we've got the toilet for gay men, what stops the gay men who want to have a look at your willy going in the regular toilet and pretending that they're straight?
Most men don't wear gay across their heads.
Exactly.
They don't have a tattoo. There's no branding yet in the British house where they have to declare.
So we're going to have to expand this.
What
So we've
do
all
you-
got to carry identity
Do you know
cards.
you can see a gay, can you? Coming a mile off. No?
No, I'll just hold it in next time.
No. Can you tell gay men? Do you know a gay man?
I'd say, probably, if you did if you lined some people up
Yeah.
and said, point them out, I reckon I'd get...
But hold on, we're not talking about people dressed in leather with the arse cut out and an handlebar moustache.
Yeah.
We're talking about, the everyday,
No,
non-seen...
of course, no.
well, yeah, but I mean, suppose I put you in a room and there was 10 naked men, right?
Yeah.
And there's 5 gay men and 5 hetero. Could you walk along that line looking at those gay...
Am I naked?
No, you don't have to be naked. Why would you have to be
To
naked?
catch them out?
Play a record!
How would you catch them out?
Don't go into it. Don't go into it. Don't go into it. Play a record. Miserable now. Would you share a toilet with Morrissey? From Manchester, you have a lot to talk about, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We've had an email, Rick, from Jim, and he's just simply said, what about a separate cubicle for bold Mancunians?
Wow.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You just have your own toilet.
The Thrills, One Horse Town on XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Now, Karl Pilkington is getting ready. It's the start of a new strand in the show, a new quiz, a new competition to replace Rockbusters. Now, that's quite a tall order, but what have you done?
Right, like I said, right, if you've only just tuned in, what it is, I've took, and I'll be taking, a well-known saying every week from the show, something that crops up a lot. First one that sprang to mind was...
There's a little gay fella standing next to me in the urinal?
That's next week.
Okay.
This week, there's this airy Chinese kid, right?
Yeah.
That's crops up quite a lot,
Sweeping the nation.
right? So what I've done I've got 5 songs.
Yeah.
And I've edited them together to make that saying.
You've got words from songs where any part of that sentence occurs to recreate it.
Yeah.
Now, what do they need to do? Do they need to say what the song is? Just the 5 songs?
I mean, I was going to say song and artist, but if you want, just a song.
So there's 5 things there, and if someone doesn't get all 5, it's still worth emailing in because we might give it to the one who's got the most, and then...
Yeah.
Can I suggest we go for artist rather than song? Only because sometimes it's quite tricky to get a song title. Sometimes it's very odd, or it's not quite what you think it is. So maybe artist is an easier one.
Are you happy with that, Carl? It's your composition.
I mean, Steve always does this whenever I come up with an idea.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure it's just the best it can be, Carl.
Yeah, no, he came up with a few game shows, and Steve was going, no, it's no good. And Carl said to me, he said, it's the one of The Office ever got on telly.
Yeah, but... Well, we shall see how Cheapest Chimps plays out. But frankly, the fact that you said to me, Steve, I've come up with the best game show ever. It's called Cheapest Chimps. What's the idea? I don't know. I just like the name. It's something to do with chimps. I thought, well, I'm not sure that's the best game show ever. And what was the other one you came up with?
I think a few people will be disagreeing with him, Carl. I think people will say that Cheapest Chimps could be the best game show ever.
You know, when I was at school, people like you, I really didn't like. You're a stirrer, Gervais. He flits, doesn't he, from one side to the next, Carl. The one thing, we may argue, mate, but at least we're consistent. Ricky Gervais flipping from one side to the other. One day he's on Carl's side.
When was the last time Steve wrestled you to the ground and got you in a leg clamp?
No, you're right.
Never.
What, is that supposed to be a good thing?
Well, did you see us?
Yeah, I saw you struggling in Carl's office earlier.
He was punching my legs to release me. We were on the floor. And I was squeezing him with my mighty legs, wasn't I, Carl?
What?
It was like, I imagine that's what a crab feels like when an octopus has got it. We were playing that, weren't we?
So anyway... So, I'll play you this clip now. It's 10 seconds long. We'll play it a couple of times because you'll need to take it in. So here it is then. What are we saying? We're saying artists?
Let's go with artists.
Artists. So email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Name the 5 artists it has taken to make up the saying, there's this hairy Chinese kid.
Give that email address again.
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
There's this hairy Chinese kid.
Here we go. Play it again.
Play it again.
There we go.
I think you better play it once more.
Oh, I've got them.
Have you got them all?
Yeah.
That's nice work.
Here we go.
I just remind you now that the prizes include a Red Dwarf DVD, Marion and Jeff, the first series of that on VHS, a Live Forever Britpop CD, and also the very best of Led Zeppelin. Let's play one of those actually while we're here. Brilliant. Rock and roll. One of the prizes on Carl's competition this week is the very best of Led Zeppelin. That's obviously rock and roll. We've also got a Live Forever Britpop CD, Marion and Jeff, and Red Dwarf. And should we play it again? So people
There's
have got
this
another
hairy
chance?
Chinese kid.
Who are the artists?
Here we go.
It's tricky. It's not very easy. Once more.
One more.
Well, there you go.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Those prizes can be yours. I, at the quiz, also discovered, of course, and I don't know, I'm just intrigued to know, Carl, I'm just intrigued to know, it was your girlfriend's birthday, wasn't it? Earlier in the week? Or last week?
On Monday, yeah.
And, I mean, obviously it was a triumph with the stuff you got her for Christmas.
The condoms.
The box of condoms.
Box set of condoms.
Oh, yeah.
not just the singles, the whole set.
Yeah, a complete collection.
Brilliant.
So what'd you go for this
What'd
time?
you get her?
Yeah, but...
No,
Yeah,
but it's her birthday. How long have you been together?
About 9 years.
Okay, so, ooh, God, it must cost you so much.
No, but it starts getting tricky, doesn't it? Because I spoiled her a lot in the first few years.
Yeah.
So then you
Here's
start...
a packet of rubber bands. Enjoy them.
Oh.
Well, it's what she wanted.
Okay.
I mean, you're making out as if...
No, everyone wants paper clips. Come on, what did you get her?
Got her a new pair of gloves.
Right.
Alright, well.
And?
What, nice leather ones from Selfridges or Harrods or something?
They were good ones, the sort she likes, so... They weren't...
Well, they weren't the little woolen ones that she had.
Yeah.
I thought that was a joke when she said he got me these, because I laughed.
No, but I know that's... The ones she did have,
When they said it's his birthday, right, it was her birthday Monday, and me and Steve wanted to get her, and she went, he got me these, because she had those little woolen gloves on, I laughed, because I thought she was joking, Carl.
That's what she wanted. Right. I've told you before about buying presents.
Did those gloves have your name sewn in them? And a piece of string that ran over the back of your duffel coat?
You know, I've never been into getting presents and that. I had the problem at that Christmas one, that time with the Victoria Plum.
Yeah, we'd hate that. We'd hate to bring that back.
We've done that.
Because you talked about because it's kind of to do with your dad, isn't it? He's a very bad gift buyer, was that the problem?
Well, yeah, my dad just wouldn't bother. It was my mum who sort of made an effort, and she sort of worked out half of what I wanted, then she left it to my dad to get it off someone, see if he could get one cheap or whatever.
I love the fact that usually people talk about, like, drinking heavily, or, violent abuse, right? Yeah. But here's what he's been left with and scarred with from parents is bad gift buying.
Yeah, and
that's
the Victoria Plum incident.
In the greater scheme of things in the world,
yeah,
that's not a bad thing to have, is it?
Right, there was this, this is what it's like about getting presents and stuff, right? With my mum and dad.
Go on.
My mate, Colin, right?
Colin Makin?
No, Colin Bailey.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He had a little Sinclair Spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Computer, which was like the thing to have at that time, right? Yeah. Used to always go round to his house. The deal was...
Not the one you had to play through the window because you weren't allowed
No, that's another lad.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is a different lad. And the deal was, he came to our house, and my mum gave him a pie. And then I'd go round to his, and I'd stay there for a few hours playing, you know, Hungry Horace and stuff like that on it.
Sure.
Right? Now, my mum and dad knew that I really wanted one of these computers, right? So I waited about a year. Came round to Christmas Day. I thought, I reckon might have one. Turned out, they bought me the wrong one. They bought me a ZX81 instead of a Spectrum, right? And, Christmas Day, I'm there trying to load the games up. It's not working. I'm thinking, what's wrong? Right? And the thing with me, when I was a kid, I used to get quite sort of agitated.
This is the moment.
Right? I found out that it needed a RAM pack to make it work. Right? Looking in the thing, and it's saying, and make sure you put your RAM pack in the back. And I was like, oh, where's the RAM pack? And my dad's going, I don't know, I've got you the main bit. That's it. So, I was that wound up, I just was sick. Right? Just sick. I didn't feel sick or anything, I just was like, oh god. Went to the sink, just sick. Because I was that on edge about it. I said, come on, we've got to get one. And my dad's like, Tandy's shut, we're not gonna get anything today. Ruined again, Christmas Day. That was after the year when my train set got blown up by our kid. The following year, no RAM pack. And now you ask me, why don't I get good presents?
He's scarred. He just
I'm gonna die. Honestly, I'm gonna die. He's just being sick.
Yeah. There's no RAM pack. What?
Did you get to the bottom of it? Why wasn't there a RAM pack?
You have to buy them separate.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean I can't play Frogger?
Oh no.
So, wasn't there another incident when you threw up? Spontaneously threw up? Through sheer anxiety?
I do get it. It's not so much now because I've relaxed a bit, but as a kid I used to be quite on edge all the time with certain things.
Do you think that's what happened to your cat that kept being sick? That it didn't get the food it wanted and it just threw up? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
God, so they shaved it.
Yeah, but again, you see, the cat thing, I mean, it's mad. I was thinking about it the other day, right? I used to think I had quite a normal upbringing.
You didn't.
Right? And someone was talking
Your
about
mother once told you not to go to school because it was windy, Carl. It was not a normal upbringing.
The cat was being sick, so she shaved it, so it was easier to clean.
Right, well, my mum and dad went on holiday, right? And I stayed at the Rosses down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Only a kid, must have been about 5 or something, right? And, I was always running around in the house. I had a lot of energy as a kid. What the Rosses did, they had this cat that was dead violent, the most violent sort of angry cat I have ever witnessed.
A tiger.
It was honestly, Steve, if it was bigger, it would have been, because it was just always having a go at you.
Yeah.
If you went to pat it on the head, it went to bite you and stuff. And what they used to do with it, to stop me running around, I'd sort of be running around, and then I'd get a bit tired, and they'd say, have a lie down on the settee. So I'd lie down on the settee and I'd nod off. And what they used to do, I'd wake up and I've put the cat on my belly. Right? So I'd be scared to move because it's like it's going to get me.
But it would keep you there.
It kept me there, and it used to sort of slaver on me, and they'd sort of, go out or whatever, and I'd be lying there. That's not normal, is it?
Carl, sorry, were you created by the Brothers Grimm for one of their fairy tales? What kind of a life is that?
A cat paperweight to keep Carl in place. He keeps blowing around. It's windy. We'll have to weigh him down. Be careful. Your mum probably told him that it's a windy day. You got to get something heavy on him, otherwise he just gets blown into the road. God
bless him. Carl, let's just hear your thing once more. Give people a final chance.
All right, here we go.
Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk.
Strokes someday. Do email in if you've got any of these, because most people have only got 3 out of the 5. Only one person's got 4, and they haven't got the second bit, the this of there's this hairy Chinese kid. I reckon if you've got that, I realise that I've only got 4. I got that one wrong, so that's the one to get. All right? Ooh, those chili peppers are quite hot. Can't stop. XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
All right.
Carl, you know what the time is? Bong. Monkey news.
Yeah. Right.
Imagine if Trevor McDonald started like this.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of stuff going on that with monkeys.
Oh, yeah?
I was mentioning earlier how we're sort of making the feature grow a bit, right? So I'm thinking, I haven't told you, Steve, either. I've actually been asked to write a thing about monkeys.
A poem?
No, for a magazine called Something Apes.
Right.
They want me to do like a column, 500 words
about monkeys.
Anything I want on monkeys. Anything.
What are you going to write?
Don't know. Think about it.
Well, give him a typewriter. I come up with Shakespeare eventually.
Yeah. You could write about that. Why didn't you write about that? The fact that you don't believe it. You don't believe that an infinite number of monkeys could type with Shakespeare.
Because you reckon most of them hadn't read Shakespeare, so they wouldn't know some of the spellings.
Exactly.
It wouldn't happen.
You idiot. Get on with it.
All right.
There's been a few things, but one that springs to mind is they found a load of monkeys somewhere. Right?
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine this if this was news.
Yeah.
Go on. Where?
Somewhere.
I think it was in
17th century?
It doesn't matter that bit. Right?
Okay.
Found a load of monkeys that are having a good chat.
Go on.
They're having a good chat. All right.
They found monkeys that can talk.
Yeah.
They've worked out. They've got about 534 different words that they're using to have a chat about stuff.
More than you.
Yeah,
what do they chat about then?
Just, things that monkeys are worrying about. Just, where do you get that from?
Who does your hair?
You going out with her again, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
Sorry, you can't just leave that.
No, I'm just intrigued. I'm just intrigued to know what else. Is there any...
No, that
were they discussing the humancy? Did you see that programme on Channel 5?
Yeah.
He can walk upright.
Yeah.
That was good.
But I mean,
Did you see how well
do you mean
he
they
was?
taught them? They taught themselves this language?
Yeah.
Where is this? In the wild? Is it? Not sign language.
It's
but
in some jungle somewhere. They found these monkeys. He heard some explorer was over there, cutting through the woods and that.
And he heard his name, and he thought, "That's what he went. What do you want, Ronnie?" It wasn't me. I didn't say.
Yeah.
I didn't say, "Oh, it's Snodgrass. Where'd you get that gun?"
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's only me and you here.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
No, it's not weird. It's not true.
Well,
right, come on then. What's next?
Once again, what I'm thinking. Well, I mean, that did happen.
So, well,
and to sort of add to that feature,
that's not true.
we're doing Cheapest Chimps.
Right. Can I just say now to the audience, if you thought that Rockbusters was bad, if you thought that piece of rubbish earlier about the Chinese hairy kid was bad, I'm suspecting this is going to be really not very good at all. I'm just pointing the finger.
What do you think of it? What do you think of his negativity, Carl?
He keeps doing it.
I just don't think you should start with the name of the quiz first. This is my only concern. You come up with Cheapest Chimps. and now you're trying to construct a game around that.
see,
And I'm not sure it's a proper... Well, okay, what is the game? Let's hear it.
Right, it's about a chimp, right?
Surprising.
Spoke to an expert about him.
Who was the expert?
Someone at London Zoo.
Okay.
How many bananas do you think the little chimp what they've got at London Zoo eats a day?
Right. How many bananas does a little chimp at London Zoo?
Can I call in for this?
No, I'd leave it. I'm just testing it out on Steve because we've already got an email thing going on here.
So how many bananas do they eat a day? One chimp per day, how many bananas?
Yeah.
How many bananas does a chimp eat a day? And does this mean that... Because sometimes I've seen them on the telly, they peel one, they'll just eat a bit of it, then they'll throw it away. We're talking a whole banana?
How many bananas does it eat a day?
How many bananas do you eat a day?
Getting angry. Come on.
Well, I'll try and have 2 if I've got time, but I'm pretty busy.
Well, I'll go swinging on your tyre.
How many do you reckon?
I think a little monkey, tiny little monkey, per day, over the course of a day, I reckon he probably eats 15 bananas.
Right, Ricky, what are you going for? Little chimp at London Zoo.
But hold on, but presumably they don't only feed it bananas. So
Okay.
so the question is...
It's how many bananas does it eat? Come on,
Yeah, but
Rick.
how many does it get given? It would eat 15 if it was given 15, but it might be given one slice of banana, 15 oranges, 200 potatoes and some lettuce.
How many bananas does it eat? Come on. It's
5.
have a guess.
5?
Yeah.
Right. It's only 1.
Yeah, because it only gets given one.
Cheap as chimps.
What?
So it's pretty cheap to have a chimp.
Right. I'm on your side now, Steve.
I don't understand what happened then. What, so at the end of it, you always shout cheap as chimps. Is that what? That's the quiz, is it?
Oh, play a record.
Wait, so is that it? Is that seriously
Is
it?
that it? Was that the first instalment of Cheap as Chimps?
Yeah.
We'll have to see what the press say about this.
And why does it only eat one banana? Because it only gets given one banana.
I think that's all it wants.
No.
So you don't even know. You didn't even bother to
No,
ask him.
it wouldn't just get given one banana and nothing else. It would get given banana and then lots of other stuff like apples, oranges, carrots. It would get given a balanced diet.
Cigars.
Yeah. So it's just how many do they give it at London Zoo?
I look forward to playing this again. Who is he and what is he to you? We have not had any successful answers on your quiz, Carl. We've had people who've
That's
got
what you get
a
when you
maximum
put
of 4.
a duck in a microwave.
Yeah, yeah.
Bill Withers.
Nice.
All right.
Cheers. So I'm not talking about cheapest chimps.
That's safe. That's going to run and run.
Yeah,
that is going to run and
that's
run.
really got legs.
I'm going to check the press Monday. I can only assume it's a triumph.
Exactly, another Pilkington triumph.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the prize, if you don't mind, Carl, to Karen and Jeff Gillian, because they were the only couple that got the second answer, which was very, very
But they
tricky.
got 4 today.
But they only got 4
But
right.
4 is the top answer, so should we give
So
the answers
play it,
now?
Carl, and then tell us who each one is.
All right. So there you go.
I didn't know the second one.
There's
Play it
this
again.
very Chinese kid.
So the first one, the Lars.
There she goes.
Right.
That's George Harrison.
No.
That's Philip Bailey. And that's Deacon Blue.
Right. So it was the Lars,
Yeah. What's the second one?
Strokes,
That was very tricky.
That is hard.
George Harrison
Harrison,
for Airy.
yeah.
That's all I could get. It was Ari.
Ari Krishna, yeah.
But Chinese, Phil Bailey.
Chinese War is.
Yeah. And Deacon Blue, Real Gone Kid.
Real Gone Kid, yeah.
There's this airy Chinese kid.
Very, very hard.
I love the fact that the normal bit of that, like, the normal bit is like the well-known phrase, there's this hairy Chinese kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, nothing happened there. That's normal. There's this hairy Chinese kid. As a phrase that often... In fact, you're right. We must have said that phrase 20 times today. When was the last time that was said 20 times?
Never. I don't think it's ever been said anywhere.
There's this hairy Chinese kid. I mean...
Even in China.
I don't think it's... Well, it's very rare.
Definitely not said in China. The prizes they've won.
The prizes they won: Red Dwarf DVD, Live Forever, the best of Britpop, Marin and Jeff on VHS, and the best of Led Zeppelin. Well done to Karen and Jeff Gillian.
I've also seen no proof of this hairy Chinese kid.
None whatsoever.
Alpine Stars, Burning Up on XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Steve, you were out of the room there. Mm-hmm. Karl took a phone call from someone.
Okay.
He's found a cellmate.
Right.
Not a soulmate. I think one day they will be cellmates.
Yes.
Because he's just like, he loves everything Karl loves, and he was telling Karl stuff, and Karl's face was lighting up.
Yeah.
He's told him of 2 Russian kids in the circus. They're covered in hair, and their mum tells them off because they're covered in fleas. Karl said, see, that annoys me again, innit? They do something else. And the bloke went, yeah, they should just make money out of being hairy. And Karl went, exactly. And he said, have you heard of the 3-legged juggler? And the bloke went, no, what's that? He went, that annoys me as well. Because he thinks they shouldn't have done juggling, they should have done football.
Do you know what I mean, though, Steve?
What do you mean a 3-legged juggler? What are you talking
He's a
about?
famous 3-legged juggler.
Oh, he's mega famous. He's like the Beckham of wherever he's from.
But the other day I was looking in, I don't know, Bizarre magazine or something, right? And there was this fella who, he had no arms. So you saw a picture of him, his job was fixing watches, did it with his feet.
Go on.
Well, it's just, why pick the most hardest job to do when you haven't got any hands? Crush grapes. Or... Do you know what I mean? That annoys me.
Oh, crush grapes! Imagine him being told that, and he comes into the careers advisory where I go, now, what do you want to do, Hargreaves? Make watches? Right, take a look at your arms. Crush grapes, mate. Sorry, you're a grape crusher. Next. Brilliant. Brilliant. I would love you to be a career advisory in some sort of clinic. It'd be brilliant.
I like the fact that it annoys you. Here's a man, he's got no arms, he has learned to fix watches with his feet.
Yeah.
An incredible talent, incredible skill, he's utilising that brilliantly. That's annoying to you. You are angered by it.
Right, I'm only being honest. Now, you be honest, right? Your watch is broke. Who would you go to? You're in a rush. You need it fixing in a rush. Now, you need some fresh wine.
Be honest.
Oh, you're amazing.
But what's this thing that you've been talking about, this video?
Freaks, right. It was a thing that was banned for like 50 years. I think it's been taken off again, but I don't know why, if it's just been deleted, right? It's a quest. If anyone out there has got a copy of Freaks on DVD or VHS, can Karl borrow it, please? I mean, I almost want to set up a camera to see him watching it. It's absolutely real. They use people in the circus of the time. I think it's the 20s or 30s of the Depression. And there's people, there's coneheads, there's a bearded lady, all genuine. There's a bloke they call the human slug who's got no arms and no legs, Karl. And he's just there, and he rolls a cigarette and lights it with his mouth.
I think I've seen his brother, who isn't called the human slug, is called the pillow.
Right. How does he make a living?
He,
Does anyone want to meet Karl for money? Do you know what I mean? Like that,
the annoying thing was, right, there was a picture of him, I was going to put it on
I think I've seen his brother.
on our website, we put things up like this, right? If you go to ricky.gervais at xfm.co.uk /
What? You put things like that on my website? It's nothing to do with me. I want people to know that website is not kept or looked at by me. So, what have you put on there?
There's a fella on there who's known as the pillow. And he's, you see, I get a bit worried with things like this, because we're not sort of having a go or anything. It's just things that fascinate me.
you.
Yeah. And, yeah, it's a guy, it might be the same sort of thing. What's your one
I
called?
bet you used to stare at people with goiters, didn't you, when you were little? In Tesco's.
Well, just go to xfm.co.uk / Ricky, it is.
What's the worst thing you've ever seen on, like, a human face?
You know what it is, and I don't want to talk about it.
I can't remember. Have you told me?
Yeah.
What is it?
But
It's not the elephant lady.
Go
that used
to the, yeah.
Is it the elephant lady? You talked about that, I know.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it again. Go to the website and see the human pillow.
Why is he a human pillow?
That's what annoyed me. I thought he was more of a draft excluder.
Oh, that breaks all kinds of rules.
Buzzcocks, harmony in the head. Now, things are flying here at XFM. People have called in. There is a video of Freaks on the way. Karl's going to see that within the week. That's exciting. That is exciting for me. Do you know what I mean? About our education of Karl. We started off trying to teach him about science and history, and now we just find that he likes pictures of hairy Chinese kids and
Who
women.
doesn't?
Who doesn't? No, true. You've got a theory about pictures of freaks, haven't you?
You see, you always bring things up that I don't want to talk about, because I'm really worried that people, if you've just tuned in for the first time, it's the first time you hear it, and we're talking about hairy Chinese kids.
Yeah.
Talking about the human worm.
Carl, listen. People don't think that you're taking the piss out of those people. They lump you in with them. Do you know what I mean? They think that you're a freak of nature. So you can say anything you want. Do you know what I mean? Because it's honest, it's from the heart, it's genuine. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, but Suzanne was saying last night that I've got a heart of stone, or whatever it is.
Why?
Because I wasn't crying at Comic Relief. And all I always used to say to her, get out Elephant Man, let me watch that for 30 minutes, I'll be crying my heart out.
Why? Why do you care about that but not...
Because it's that is more real, isn't it, right? Think of John Merrick.
Sorry. What, the film starring John Hurt is more real than footage of starving people in Africa?
No, but what I'm saying is, think about... See, this is why I didn't want to bring it up, because people are going to just say...
Well, you're allowed to cry at what you like. People can't have you for not crying at someone and crying at someone else.
Imagine that, like, if you've seen the film, you know, his head's all, you know, messed up and that.
Yeah.
He's getting picked on all the time.
Yeah.
By Michael Elphick, I remember.
Yeah. It's just really, really sad. Whereas, you know, we're trying to help out.
But you give him a bun and he forgets it.
Do you know what I mean, though?
He never forgets, Rick.
Oh, dear.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
We're giving away stuff again.
Yeah.
Time
Tell me your theory about freaks who have their picture taken.
No, I'd leave it.
No, can I tell
we'll
you?
We'll do it next week, then.
Can I tell you what this is?
Go on, quickly, what is it?
Right, when he sees a little picture, like in his books he's got, he carries round those things, right? And there's like a fella with a little head with some like, able-bodied people. He goes, the only reason they got to take that picture, right, was so they could show their mates, say, look at me, the little fella with a little head. That's his theory.
Yeah. So every picture of a freak, they're being...
Steve, let me describe the picture to you. This little fella with a little head.
Right.
Playing on the piano.
I've seen it.
All his family stood around and mates and that. When have you ever seen a picture of someone playing the piano and everybody wants to be in on it? Doesn't happen.
Maybe it was one of those kind of Christmas cards they sent out to everyone.
It wasn't. You could see one of them was like in a rush to go away. He was probably planned to go out, and he was like, "But they were taking a picture. So I'll be in it then before I go out." And it was all. He's out of order.
Yeah.
If you say, do you know the one?
I do know the one you mean. Yeah.
What about the one in the when you went down to Cornwall in that little
We'll
pub?
talk about that next week.
What you want to get on, do you?
Yeah, right. We've got to give away another prize.
Yes, you lucky people. For those of you that haven't seen it and do not have the requisite £4.99 to buy it yourselves, you can win on VHS cassette, panned and scanned. Billy Elliot, the special edition, includes bonus documentary, The Billy Elliot Boy.
Oh, and, I'd like to see how they really sort of made that film.
Exactly. Well, it's the hit film Billy Elliot, and you can win that on VHS. Because Carl, I assume you have included yourself in an excerpt from the movie.
Taken a scene from the film.
Who do you play, Billy?
I'm playing the part of Billy.
Brilliant.
And we'll have a question at the end of it.
Come on.
Brilliant.
2, 3-part way and go.
Right. Just been down the valley. So you don't know where you... What are you looking like that for? What's wrong with Bally?
What's wrong with Bally?
Yeah, well, what's wrong with it? It keeps you fit and that. What do you think, Auntie Nora? You think about me doing Bally?
I used to go to Bally.
There you go. She used to go to Bally.
Used to say I could have been a professional dancer if I'd had the training.
Bet you were pretty good, weren't you? Wasn't the time you had wind for 5 minutes, was it? But you well glided across.
Well, you shut up!
What's wrong with Bally, anyway?
For girls, not for lads, Billy. Lads do football or
Well, I've done that, yeah.
boxing or...
Did that for a couple of weeks, so... Wrestling?
Wrestling?
Yeah, wrestling, yeah.
Oh, friggin' Bally.
Well... Don't worry about it, anyway. Just... Is it alright if my mate Wayne stays over tonight? He just wants to sleep over. He's just coming over to...
Wayne, sleep?
Yeah, He just stays over. I'm not gay or anything, it's just, I don't fancy him, I'm not...
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you bloody well do.
What, just because I want my mate Wayne to sleep over and I've started doing ballet, that turns me into a gay man, does it? You haven't seen my Village People album lying around.
You're asking for a hiding.
Just joking, just having a laugh. Didn't mean... I've had enough in here, I'm going out.
So, from now on, you stay here, you look after your nana. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, there it is. What's the question?
Powerful. I'd like to know, what was the name of the actor that Karl was taking the role of? Does that make sense? That's not
Yeah.
grammatically quite right, but anyway,
Well, that's
yeah.
fine.
Who was the young lad that Karl was taking the place of there? Name of the actor, not the character.
And just email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
You can win yourself.
You gotta be fast.
You can win yourself a VHS edition of Billy Elliot worth £4.99 price. I'm going to leave the sticker on, which has actually got the price on.
Brilliant.
I'll leave that on so you know just what you've got in you.
Foo Fighters. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Feeder.
Feeder.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing now. Why have we got to stop? Sorry, we just had an argument then. Why have we got to stop at 5-2?
It's just the football's on, isn't it? So
What can we do? We got do a link here, and then we can play.
we'll play a song, do a little.
What about
chat.
the competition? We got to announce the competition.
Well, Steve.
Well, I can tell you right now that there's only 2 people, it would appear, that are interested in a VHS copy of Billy Elliot. That's how mediocre that gift and that prize is, Karl. I don't know if you want to learn from that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give this one to MJ McKay, who has correctly identified that you were taking the part of Jamie Bell
That's
in
it.
Billy Elliot. So, well done.
Right, just forward me that, and I'll
Sort that out.
we'll get the video.
What film are you doing next week?
Don't know. I've got been out and bought a couple. Got Silence of the Lambs. I can do something with.
Right.
Bought Fight Club, but it's a bit difficult. Always open to suggestions and that. So, you got any favourite films?
What about the 1930s film Freaks?
Can't wait. I cannot wait for your.
Brilliant. That'd be good.
Excited about that.
Why don't you do a film review of that next week as well?
Yeah. Well, it depends. If the fella, if anyone's got it, just send it in. I'll send it you back once I've watched it. So that'd be good. Next week we'll do.
Oh, please tell me there's going to be more Cheapest Chimps.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
We'll see what the press say. We'll see what the press say about that.
Looking forward to that.
Do you know, like, you're always having a go at my ideas?
Yeah.
Little,
Yeah.
Cheapest chimps you put down. Mm-hmm. Again, I normally come up with these because you don't come up with a competition idea.
Sure. Yeah.
He's done him again.
Yeah.
Well, Cheapest Chimps, mine, you're dissing it.
Yep.
Rockbusters, one of the most successful competitions ever.
Uh-huh.
And he means in the world, not just on XFM.
Yeah.
You put that down.
Yep.
Right? What are you thinking about this, right? I was watching Comic Relief last night. Came up with an idea. Mm-hmm. Right? You get Jono.
Okay. John
Right.
O'Coleman, yeah.
Say Vanessa Feltz.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, Dawn French, because she'd be around for that. And then get them all in a room for Comic Relief. And what you do, put a cake in front of them.
Yeah.
Right? And like, you don't feed them. And like, they're going, oh, I'd love a bit of that cake. Right? It's called Famine Academy.
Right.
Right? Whilst they lose pounds, they get pounds.
Right.
What do you think?
Play a record, Karl.
Well,
I love it.
again.
I love
Do you
it,
know what I
Carl.
mean? Yeah, again.
Small Faces, All or Nothing, finishing this week's edition of the show.
Is that because Carl would love to see pictures of people with small faces?
Very small faces, yeah.
He'd love anything, wouldn't it? Anything.
Brilliant.
Oh, I'll tell you what, go in the basement of Waterstones or Foyles, right, and go down to the books with, sort of congenital illnesses. You'll see some brilliant pictures, I'll tell you. The hot tip of the day there.
Yeah, good
on
advice.
XFM 104.9.
If you're at a loose end this afternoon.